Hello, everyone. We're back.
Kind
We've gone for a
of.
while. Well, kind of. Ellie is like he's like 20% back. He's 20%.
Part of my soul is still in Japan.
Yeah, he left part of his soul in Japan. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
way to put it. Just fucking, just fucking. Yeah. So if you hear Ellie sounding a little bit fucked up,
Because I
it's because
am.
he is. It's because he is a little fucked up. But yeah, we've been gone for a bit, but yeah, it's mostly just because I've been lazy and not wanting to do a solo stream, and Ellie's obviously been in Japan having the time of his life, right? Having
Yeah,
the time of your
going
life in
all over
Japan.
the place, here and there, and Comiket, and
Oh boy.
Akihabara, and fancy
Oh,
Japanese gardens
oh.
that are 500 years old, and all that good.
5,000 years old Japanese ancient happy conventions.
Buddhist temples and
Mm.
mountains and all that good stuff. I have pictures. I will show you.
Yes, you're going to give us the slideshow. You're going to set up the projector and give us the slideshow.
I
Of,
guess
the Japan trip.
because Nuretsu, like we said before, we don't have any videos planned.
Yeah,
One, because it would be kind
you,
of much, because we have some anime to catch up to. We're not going to discuss every single episode of every single anime that we watched, like, because there's like 4 episodes and 4 times
yeah,
10.
we're probably just gonna do broad strokes, and maybe like I don't know if we'll do the last episode, but like because we can do broad, you know, we're gonna do broad strokes on the shows. It's not gonna be like rapid fire, but it's gonna be like, just a quick catch up, right?
Mm.
And
then,
like you were saying, like because you're gonna talk about Japan Chirp, and we got a lot of anime to catch up on. This is just going to be kind of we kick-starting the car, right?
we're back.
We're getting back in the swing. So there's no video this time around, but next stream we'll be doing videos again, right? We'll be getting back to watching the old watching the old Anitubers and what they've been up to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
I haven't been up to. I might as well just say I haven't really been up to anything. Yeah. I haven't really been up to anything. It's mostly just been the usual on my end. Having fun with the new laptop that I got.
Tell me, Nuretsu, what is the brand name and
well, I got a Lenovo. I got a Lenovo P14s. On a really good deal because it's a Ryzen model. Like I saw it on it's because I got it from this like PC clearance website or whatever. Where they sell like refurbished laptops and stuff. Because I've been looking for one because my old one isn't Windows 11 compatible, and while I could hack Windows 11 to work on it, I kind of thought
a bother to do so.
And it's not like, I mean, they could pull support for that like at any fucking time, right? So I don't really trust Microsoft with that, right? So I thought I'll buy a new one and then I'll put Linux on the old one, and then I can give the old one to Mum to use as, because she's getting a new laptop too. So I'll give her my old one and I'll buy a new one, right? So I got the new one, and it's been pretty good. I like it. Speakers are a little bit worse, but you have these little niggling things when you buy something different, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, like it's great. It's way more powerful because it's like 32 gig RAM. It's got the Ryzen like 5. Is it the 520U? I can't remember which one it is, but it's got like a Ryzen 7 processor in it. Like it is actually really like, because this is a Gen 2 Ryzen, which I looked up, and apparently, according to the Lenovo nerds, is like really, really good because they're super power efficient. Apparently, the Ryzen chips are super power efficient. So
that means they're heat efficient. That means they can do more and whatnot.
Yeah. I've noticed some pretty good temps on it. Like I do notice that the fan kicks on a little bit, like it's a little bit, but I know that Ryzen, like I know AMD runs a little hot anyway, in general, so it's not bad, and I just get used to the fan noise anyway. It's not like it's a problem. But I could do mild gaming. I could do light gaming on it, Ellie. I can play
Neat.
Reverse Collapse on it, and I can play I can play some 2D stuff. It'll run my RPG Maker games and my my
What more do
anything
you
that's
need?
yeah. What more do I need? Yeah, exactly. It'll run my basic games really well. So I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite impressed. It's been a fun time. Yeah. Other than that, I'm trying to think of what else has happened. Really.
It's like a whole month of
Not,
things that might have
it's been
happened.
like a whole month. Yeah. It's like yeah, not really anything else in particular. So I guess I'll switch over to you, and you can get your slideshow going, and let
Yeah.
everyone know what you've been up to. But before that, I figure since we're not doing a video, this is the best time to do it. I'm gonna come over here. I don't know if Sammy's around, but when he
I
watches the
don't. From
VOD, we
the
can.
concurrent viewer stats, doesn't seem to be so.
Okay, well, there you go. You can listen to that in the VOD.
Yeah. So, on towards the multimedia screen. And I put another scene in here, besides the Discord import and the anime stuff. Here is photo album, no fancy intros.
Hey,
So,
look at
look at my garden, my herbs.
that. My herbs.
My herbs.
My herbs.
My in the middle up top is the mint that I'm currently drinking to help ease this throat.
Oh boy.
But anyway, let's go to the secret photo album
Super
thing.
secret photo album.
So, next up, I'm going to Japan. And I'm skipping all the stopping Dubai and all that stuff. I'm now in Japan. I landed here in Osaka.
Dubai, the scammers' paradise, where they all the
I
scammers set up
did
their buildings.
flew with Dubai Air. No, Qatar Air. Sorry, I mixed those two up. I landed in Qatar, not Dubai. Never mind.
Oh, you're in Qatar. Okay. I was gonna say because Dubai doesn't sound Dubai doesn't necessarily sound right.
Anyway,
oh, no.
but Naretsu, I landed in Japan. Had decent flights. It's you know how it is. 12 hours in a plane. Never the best experience, but you know it worked out. It was fine. But Naretsu, I had a problem. This is the Koban. Do you know what the Koban is, Naretsu?
Customs?
No, this is the police office building thing.
Oh,
where you're in your Japanese animes. There's a police station, satellite station thingy. That's called a Koban, and I'm at the police Koban. Naretsu, you know why? Why would I be at the police?
What, they caught you pirating? They caught you watching illegal anime?
No, Naretsu. My card didn't work. I had no money.
Oh. Rip.
No money to pay.
Man.
No money to get a train. No money to get a taxi.
You pulled a Pippa because Pippa had a similar issue because she went to Japan recently and she lost her card. And so she had to cancel her card, and then she had no money. broke in Japan.
Yeah, I arrived in Japan. First thing that happens, oh no, I don't have any money.
I'm broke.
I'm broke. Day 1, day 0, and I'm broke.
Didn't even get to spend anything on the animes.
So I went back to the Netherlands. No.
Oh no!
No. So Naretsu, I have a card, right? I have my bank cards, debit cards, and it just went in the machine and says, nah, this isn't it, not working, not valid.
Nah, fam.
Get out, not working, invalid, contact your bank, etc, etc. So I tried, and eventually it worked, Naretsu. I had money.
Hey!
5 hours later of trying at ATMs and talking to the police from, Mr. Policeman, what do I do?
What do I do?
What do I
What do I
do?
do?
It's already 10. It's already 11 at night. What do I do?
I want to buy some ramen. I
I
want
have
to
no
buy my
money to buy
ramen.
ramen. I do. Oh no.
Yeah.
But like after hours of trying, I found a trick. If I bend my card and I rub it like this way, and then
Oh no.
rub this part, and then I put it in the machine, then it works. But that
Sounds like it's a physical problem with the card.
yeah, I already asked for a new one, a replacement, but I couldn't get a replacement in
Yeah, you're
Japan.
not gonna get that in Japan. Just
I
pull up to the local Netherlands bank branch in Japan
yeah,
and ask for a new card,
but my
as you
I had
do.
the hostel stay. That was too late to get there. No trains, I guess, also anymore or whatnot. So I went to a nearby hotel, and I learned the rest. This is the layout of a hotel. This is how hotels
Yeah,
look.
it's pretty. It looks pretty standard. I'm looking at it right now. I got the screen open. Yeah, this looks pretty standard hotel fare.
So anyway, but the next day I was in Osaka. I met up with old classmates of my fancy
Hey,
laboratory school. We went
hey,
karaoke at a bar. It's a small bar. Um,
hey.
we hang out in a tabletop, uh, uh, a little Western tabletop club bar.
Hmm.
The
Man, you
small
still. It's a shame. It's a shame Lolly's not around because he'd probably be be into that. Probably be like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's a big wall of all kinds of board games, and you can just pull one out and get drinks from the bar, get like a small snack food from the bar and whatnot. And I had
Mm,
fun talking about stuff, like how hard it was to get a Switch 2, and they're not very interested, and I have one, and I think, oh, it's a good deal actually because it's all plays the Switch games one, all Switch One games perfectly. So if you got lots of Switch One games, then it's basically a free upgrade for all of the games you already have. Blah blah blah. Fun
yeah.
talk, and then talk with my old classmate, and suddenly we're speaking my language in the middle of Japan.
Speaking Dutch in the middle of Japan, yeah.
So that was fun. So we
A
walked
lot
the,
of
the
good
streets.
cultural exchange going on.
We walked the streets of Osaka, and this is the big bridge. And funny enough, Lorenzo, do you see that almost Ferris wheel tall thing? Yellow?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a kind of a supermarket.
Ah.
So two buildings towards us. Think that kind of whitish building. You got the big sign, and then the building in front of
Mm.
that got fire, and
Oh
is
no.
the like the last few days I was in Japan. That place caught fire, and like two people died. Just a small,
Oh, that's not good.
just a small coincidence thingy that happened there. But anyway, I
Mm.
was in Osaka. I went to the expo,
Mm.
and that's like it's a bigger deal than I thought it would be because a bunch of countries to having a small thingy in Japan, but no, actually, the expo is apparently like a thing that goes around the world and does fancy things, shows off fancy stuff. This is not necessarily super fancy, but this is just technology that I haven't seen before. Like this is kind of a
Yeah.
mesh, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's actually a projector.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen something like that before somewhere. Um, I don't know how it works,
Well, just
but
yeah,
it's like a mesh. It's like a mesh, and then it has like lights or something in it that project onto the mesh or something.
yeah. So this is
Um,
the ITER exposition. ITER is that nuclear fission power plant that's being built in Europe. They had a booth thing in the expo. Hey, hey, Samu.
hey, Samu, you missed your can crack, but you're just in time for slideshow of
Yeah.
Japan happy fun times with
So
Ellie.
what I kind of noticed that a lot of countries have their own booth, and most countries didn't have really anything really expensive. And they just showed up, hey, here's the stuff we make in our country. Here's some cotton and some
Mm.
beans and some other canned
Yeah,
products.
well, I mean, I can imagine like getting the expensive shit to Japan would probably be a bit of a task, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So there's also like the future of technology. So there's this passenger drone, plane, helicopter thing, taxi.
mm,
There's a robot that could climb walls, climb concrete.
oh yeah,
And that was like, we could use this to check on bridges without, climbing the concrete ourselves. And checking the inside of concrete without tearing it open. So we can do maintenance better. And other small technology, fancy technology like that. In some countries, Naretsu says, hey, we have lots of oil in our territory.
oh
Is
yeah,
somebody
boys, let's
interested?
go.
That was like, it was a bit odd that part of your, this is our country, we have oil. That's like the presentation. Besides, the fancy traditional dresses and foods and pretty pictures, it is also uh, we have oil, which is
Yeah,
a bit out of
come
place.
drill our oil, make us money.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, so this is a little last bits of Osaka really. This is the Nipponbashi, kind of the otaku street of Osaka. You see, it's like the
Yeah. I remember you mentioned something in the text chat while you were there that you'd gone otaku hunting basically. You'd
yeah,
gone hunting for the new mecca, right? Hunting for the new places where all the people hang out.
yeah. So
Especially
you
after
already
Joe's video.
because you already see this Dragon Quest kind of type of construction. Hey, this is the
Yeah.
company, this is our phone number, this is the places, this is the responsible persons and whatnot, people in
Mm.
charge. And you see in the background a maid handing out flyers for the maid cafes that are there. Oh, don't worry, Samu. This map will be filled with lines by the end of it. You'll know
Yeah,
where.
right. The TLDR of what you missed is Ellie arrives in Osaka. His card doesn't work and he's broke. His card
Yes.
starts working again, and then he meets up with his old buddies at a tabletop bar, and then he goes to his little convention, right? He goes to his fun convention, and now he's hunting for the otaku. He's otaku
Yes.
hunting.
So this is just like as Japan likes to stack things on top of each other, shops and whatnot.
Oh, look at that!
So there's like 4 different maid cafes on top of each other.
Now, you sure they're made cafe? are you sure they're not something a little bit a
Pretty
little bit
sure.
more
Pretty
yeah,
sure.
you're pretty sure you're pretty
Also,
man,
one
yeah.
other thing that I really noticed, gacha is so massively, so much bigger now. These gacha pawns here, gacha machines, are
Yeah.
everywhere. If they're so
Interesting.
popular, it's insane, really. But anyway,
Yeah, because I'd heard that. I mean, obviously, like Japan is the home of the gachapon, right? It's where the
yeah,
gachapon, originates. So I'd known that it was a thing, right? But I guess maybe in recent years it's kind of started really exploding.
yeah. So this is just a picture from another time in the evening. But this was like, hey, this is Nippon Bashi. Look, we have like the
Mm.
same artist of the Haruhi covers. And the Shellac covers, I
Hey.
guess. And this is kind of just to show that they are advertising themselves to be, otaku-ish. But anyway, time to leave Naretsu, and Japanese trains can be late too.
Oh no!
I was heading north, and I was going, all right, time to head north to my train. and then the train was cancelled out, and then it was late for another for half an hour. So never be let it be said. Japanese trains
Did you
can
get
also
your
have.
little? Did you get your little ticket to say that the train was late, so that you don't, your boss doesn't fire you? Did you get your,
No,
did you
I had
get
a
your little ticket?
reservation, and I had to wait an hour to have my reservation changed to the first next train. Because it's, if you have a reservation, this reservation has to be a different reservation before you can have a train, was not so. It was a whole big ordeal, long, etc., etc. But in the end, I arrived at the sleepy place of Toyama.
Aye.
And if you have ever seen, pictures of Tokyo or Osaka, or really any big, Japanese city, this is not a big Japanese city.
Hmm.
This is your semi-coastal town place. And you kind of already see there's no real sidewalk again. Here there is, but most of the time there's no real, division between road and sidewalk.
Hmm.
Oops. No, I'm wrong.
Oh, oh. Yeah. So just a note. Ellie might pop mute slash disappear periodically, and just assume that he's fighting a demon.
Yeah.
He's fighting the demons in his house right now
Yeah,
because
so this is just a lot that you can buy to build a house on. But
Hmm.
Japanese houses don't are rarely attached to each other. Most of the time they're all solitary.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of the
Very nice
earthquakes, I
lot.
assume. But it's just.
Well, yeah, it could be the earthquakes. I mean, I know that they build their houses different over there in general.
Mhm.
Um, like just in general, they like it's it's just cultural different ways of doing things, right? I mean, I don't watch them a lot, but you do see those, like, I don't know if you've seen those. Oh yeah, you could totally just buy a cheap house in Japan for like $10,000, and just and fucking oh hell yeah, But I know a lot of that's just fucking dumbasses
Yeah.
pushing bullshit. But I mean, be kind of cool. Own a little lot, put a little house on it.
Yeah, I mean, I did see that it's not very expensive to buy a small place in Japan. Or you're uh I was looking and I saw that I could buy a rental place for 40,000 euros. And then I have a renter in my apartment in Japan.
Mm.
I could buy a place with a renter inside of it, and then the rent will go to me.
You can truly become the capitalist you were always meant to be.
All the way to Japan, on the other side of the world.
Yeah, rent maxing. You could do
Yeah.
some rent maxing, rent maxing.
Anyway,
God,
maybe for another day. But
maybe for
anyway,
another time.
I
Maybe
was
yeah,
going,
the
the
next.
small light blue, I put it there for like day trips because I
Mm.
was going in the mountains. Don't be
Ooh.
tricked, Naretsu. This isn't downhill. This is uphill.
I'll have fun with that. Have fun with that. Eh.
I had a lot
Oh
of fun
no.
eventually, because
Eventually.
because I had to park my bike. No bikes
You had to
allowed.
watch out. You had to watch out for the beers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
to
to
watch.
watch out for bears. But then Naretsu, I had some pretty pictures of clouds and
Yeah,
fog
the mist.
coming down the mountains. And then I arrived at my destination, a big ass waterfall.
Nice.
The
That's a very
biggest in
nice
all
big
of
ass
Japan,
waterfall.
year round.
That is a big ass nice waterfall. Look at
It
that.
also has like
Look at that.
three waterfalls that cascade, goes down there, and then it hops over, and then it hops over, and then it goes all the way down, the rest all the way down. Was a pretty thing. Alright, so the fun
He's
thing,
very
this was
pretty.
like a kilometer up or
Mm.
something. And so I biked like half of it. And the fun part was that then you can go down.
Hey.
And then I'm biking at the speed limit of cars.
Yeah, yeah.
At
Doing
the, in the
some
beginning, like, oh no, I'm going
real
fast.
initial D shit on your bike.
I'm going 20 kilometers per hour. This is a bit fast. Let me brake a bit. And by the end, it's to 50 kilometers, no brakes.
Rip.
It was
Rip.
fun. It was dangerous, but it was also fun. Because I would
Yeah.
totally have died if I crashed somewhere and flown over the
Oh yeah,
mountain.
you'd be fucked up. You would be really fucked up. Yeah, totally. Just annihilated.
But I saw the pretty waterfall, so it was all nice. So I was in Toyama. That's basically why I was in Toyama, for a bit of countryside and mountain.
Hmm.
I saw mountain. I didn't do that last time, so I was happy.
Yeah, mountain secured.
Mountain secured. Next stop, Naretsu, you see this big ass line coming up. It was like the longest trip of the trip in
Yeah.
Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't sleep over in Oyama, the small stop near Tokyo. It was just a place where I had to wait for the next train for like half an hour or something.
Yeah. Quick.
So I took some pictures of beginning of a cyclist infrastructure.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
green is really used for cyclists. So what this really implies to me is that you would cycle where I'm standing, then have to go around this electrical box, and then go straight on the cycle path again until all the way the distance you can go on the road again. Very clumsy,
Right.
very
Yeah.
haphazardly.
Look, they're trying, okay?
They're trying.
They're trying.
But they already do have this fancy bike rack.
Yeah.
Double-decker bike
Yeah, very
racks.
cool. Yeah, look at that.
And also, I didn't have it. And also a lot of signs of no bikes not here. Over there.
So yeah. Like I said, they're trying. Okay,
They're trying.
right? They're getting there, right? They'll get there eventually. You just gotta
Yeah.
give them some time. Give them some time.
Anyway, back on the train again, all the way up north, all the way up north. And this is kind of the another thing I really wanted. I wanted to go to like the smallest Japanese town that I could and walk to the edge where the city ends, where the village ends. And this is the end of the village. This is how it looks like if you're standing on the edge of a town and take a picture. Goal accomplished.
Looks good.
I went
Looks
to the
nice.
countryside.
Hey, you went to the real anime.
Yeah.
The real anime
Non-Bori
time.
and whatnot.
Mm.
But this place that I went to, Hachione, I arrived and was like the big posters was like, oh, that's kind of fun. Traditional festival thing or whatever. Turns out there was a festival going on.
Oh yeah.
With all the food stands and the thingies and
look at that.
Big parade with big parade wagons.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what you want to see.
Yeah. And this is the next day, but this is one of the parade wagons they had. Like, I guess the biggest one. Their big pride and joy.
Ooh,
and a lot of things
fancy. Look at that.
A lot of things are happening in this parade. Like on the left, there's this guy drawing his sword to get to the dragon. On the right, a bunch of people are pushed to the side by this dragon horse and kind of are in a panic. And in the middle, like, I guess an emperor, empress, and some other symbology that I'm not too familiar with. But I saw a actual small town festival thing. Also, people dressed up and being paraded, children having flowers on their heads, etc., etc. But anyway, Naruto, what I really Hachihone was really just a stop to go to Osaka to meet up with Joe from Past the Select fame.
Hey, hey.
And what I learned of it too is this huge trip that I made. It's like 5 hours. From where I was in Hachihone to like the first stop in on Hokkaido, 2 hours maybe. The first stop from where the Shinkansen ends to Sapporo, 5 hours. A slow ass train. So this was, even though it's like a shorter section, this was by far the longest time-wise train ride. It was also where I got sick for the first time in Japan.
No. Oh no!
Anyway, here's some food that I ate with Joe.
Hey,
some.
Look at that.
I have another picture with Joe, but I'm also on there real prominently. But we had fun. We pointed at a sign in Japan, in Sapporo. But here I'm taking medicine the Japanese way via powders.
Ooh.
Japan loves their powders. But this stuff
worked.
Snort,
snort that shit right into your bloodstream.
Yeah. I had like a flu, a fever, and this stuff really worked. So I'm happy for it. Hey,
I might have to. Good luck trying to import that shit.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to get it again.
I have a bunch of it still, but
good.
It's not.
Good.
It doesn't treat these symptoms I have right now. It's other stuff, unfortunately.
Right.
But anyway, good stuff. It cleared up my flu in like 3 days, just in time. Not in just in time for this. Actually, I'm on a bus.
The bus.
And number two, I know I'm big European, but this is still. How do even Japanese people sit?
I do not think I would be able to cope with that.
No.
I think I'd be kind of fucked.
Where I was going, by the way, was a Japanese historical village, a Sapporo historical village, or where they kind of just rebuilt historical buildings all in one spot. So this is, I forgot what this was. Maybe just like a governor's building, and this is the doctor's office from a similar time period. And this is a lodging camp in the forest area, all from the same area. But there's also stuff from 1500 to all the way to 1900, all kind of built next to each other. And hey, look, these buildings existed in Hokkaido, in these contexts, in these places, and lots of time there's like a, little plaque that says, "Hey, this was a thing over here, and this is what we did. This is what the style was."
Hell yeah!
Fun stuff.
Luna. Education.
Educated. But the rest you might have heard, Japan was having a bit of a heat wave.
Oh yeah, a lot of places. I remember, a lot of places were not having a good time.
So I was walking around in Japan, not Hokkaido, this specifically because Hokkaido is a little bit colder, but 35 degrees was normal during those days. Full sun, 45 degrees. So what do you do is you apply sunscreen. You wear the lightest, most wind transparent clothing that you can have, and you get your umbrella to block out the sun, because the sun is your enemy. As little
so the sun wants to kill you.
Those Japanese people don't wear their umbrellas in the sun because they don't want a tan on their skin. No, Naretsu, those Japanese people have an umbrella because they don't want to die. I I had an umbrella because I
Man, it
don't.
feels how it feels being down here in Kiwi land and not having to worry about any of this shit because we never go above like 25. Yeah, it's always so great. I love it. Never like because I've gone to like I'm not doxing myself, but I've gone to Christchurch on the South Island before, right?
Mhm.
And that could like I've gone there during summer, and that can get pretty fucking hot. But yeah, like the hottest I think I've ever experienced is going to be somewhere around 25, maybe mid. Maybe you get pushing 30. But like if it's 35 all the time, yeah, no, you better be fucking.
Yeah.
You be cooking, man. You
I
be
was
cooking.
the most hydrated I was ever in my life because I was swallowing gallons by the
Mm.
day to not dry out. It was a thing over there. Anyway, this is kind of just not really representative, but this is kind of how I stayed in the place. Like, here's my tablet where I look stuff up. Here's my
Hey,
fan. Here's a
got your little
bookie,
dehumidifier and your little.
big bag and small bags and the medicine and a book and a little note where I had my own traveling journey diary kind of thing where today I did this. I hope I can do this. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't do that. I did something else. That was fun. Too bad it was hot all day, and or whatever I wrote. Also, this was like the most traditional Japanese house building that I was in.
It very much looks it. Very. You got the sliding cupboards. You got the wooden
Mm-hmm.
window paper.
Mm-hmm.
The mat
Yeah.
floor and the beds on the ground and yeah. Very very.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're entering the animes.
But Naruto, um, after I learned that it's a massive pain to get onto Hokkaido, and that would mean that it's also equally a massive pain to get off of Hokkaido, I went to an airport and I flew. Also, oh yeah, this is like I was like a Gundam event pop-up store over there, and like
Ooh,
all kinds of different Gundam. You got G-Quacks and Witch and Seed and original.
the quacks.
Yeah. But anyway, the next place I went to Retsu was all the way to the south, Nagasaki.
This is the you got a funky you got an your little travel lines look like a dude doing a you've got a shonen protagonist. He's flexing his muscles. He's got his
Yeah,
hand
oh
at
yes,
the
he.
top there. Yeah, you see what I mean? He's got
Oh,
you
I'm
flexing.
with my pinky. I stop your swords. Look how strong my pinky.
Yeah. He's got that flex going. He's doing his flex. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So you went all the way from the top to the bottom in
Yeah.
one go.
So this is in Nagasaki. This is like the town right next to the Nagasaki airport where I was staying. But my goal really was to go to Nagasaki, and why Naretsu? I went to Dejima. And do you know
Hmm.
Dejima?
I think I've heard of this place, or I might have seen some one of those videos. Where the guy goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the fun park that has collab things in it sometimes or
Because
something."
all
Is
right,
it
Naretsu.
that kind of thing?
If you maybe have heard this story before. Long ago, the Japanese didn't allow any foreigners into the country,
Oh
except
yeah.
the Dutch
Ah.
on a small
You went. So
island.
you went to Dutchland.
I
Oh
did.
yeah.
I went to Dutchland and I saw all these things behind glass and protection and security. But
Yeah.
Naretsu, I can stick a shovel in the ground and I can find more of these there are in this glass container. And it was kind of
Oh
funny
man.
from behind here they are behind glass and protected and rare. At home, one shovel. It was like a layer of them because people smoke.
Yeah,
all of the
smoke.
time.
They smoke. They do be smoking.
So these, it's just kind of a fun cultural rarity, kind of import exports, whatever. Here they are rare and get a whole small section of a information board. And over here at home, you can't dig a hole without finding one in the right places, of course. It and there's like other things like there's like a small VOC coin, the Dutch East Indies. They made their own coins, and
Yeah.
there's like one coin behind glass. Like, look, one
Look at
coin.
this. Look at this artifact.
Look at this
This rare.
singular coin.
Yeah.
Naretsu, I can buy coins from the museum gift shop because they have mountains of the stuff. Like, what are we going to do with it? I guess we'll make it a souvenir gift shop thing. I didn't do it, but I could go, hey, look, I found a coin. It looks just like the one behind glass here. Because they're, there's, funny difference in that way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That sounds like a fun time, though. It sounds like a fun
have a withered
place
sign of Holland.
Holland.
Yeah, even though I had some people.
Look, they even put a little tulip there, and they have a little bunny mascot. Look at that. Look at
Yeah,
it.
that's
It's great.
Nijntje. It's worldwide. She's known as Miffy, but it's Nijntje.
Yeah. Look at that.
Even though Naretsu,
Wonderful.
not recently. It's been years by now, but the government has discouraged the use of Holland these days. Like I said, like years ago.
Is it too? Is it not woke enough? Is
The
Holland
problem
not
is,
woke?
Naretsu, Holland is only 2 provinces, and the Netherlands is more than 2 provinces.
Yeah. No, I know. I get that. Yeah. It's like.
Oh, hey, anime is literature.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Came here from the Moe Manifesto discussion. Oh, hell yeah. I remember doing that ages ago. Fucking hell.
I have the Moe Manifesto over here. I've also like a bunch of other.
Yeah, Ellie's reading it. Yeah. That was a good discussion I have with him about that. But yeah, Ellie's going through his Japan trip because we had a massive break while Ellie was off in Japan, and now he's telling us, showing us all of his fun adventures.
Yeah. The small bit is interesting that Japan calls the Netherlands Oranda. So there was like a small point of discussion. Hey, are we supposed to also say Netherlands? And then the word from the Dutch embassy came and said, "Nah, you can keep Oranda. It's not Holland, so it's fine."
It's fine.
It's fine. You can keep the name. It's fine. Anyway, while I was in Nagasaki, I went through also fun Dutch stuff. Yay! But there was also like a big atom bomb dropped somewhere nearby or something.
Yeah. Just a small atom bomb. Just a little. Just a little
an
accident,
nuke,
right?
An accident happened.
Yeah, a whoopsie happened.
So I
went
around, and because the remembrance of the oopsie was like the next day, there were like a bunch of camera crews and tables being set up and chairs.
All the media shows up. They're like, we got time to film all of the special stuff around the big remembrance, because it was a very, very big little oopsie, right?
Hey, Naretsu, I came across this one. This was the thing where oh no, Assassin's Creed is copying this story game.
Oh yeah, that's the one that was. I believe that's the one which is the one that was broken, and they kept it. Yeah. Which is good. I kind of like that, right? I like that. It makes me mad. I don't actually know if they went ahead and replace the church in Christchurch or not, because as you know, Christchurch had like a
Yeah.
big earthquake, and the
Mm.
church got fucked up, and they were
Mm.
like, we are we going to replace it? And I always thought the better idea would just be to like demolish it to the point where it can be safe, and then just leave it as a thing, right? It just there's no need to fucking put the new church somewhere else. just put a new one somewhere else.
Yeah.
Uh,
But the funny thing that I saw is that all the other bits are just lying right next to it. They can rebuild the thing right now. They have all the bits.
yeah, you just put it back together right now.
Nah, we just let it laid here, right next to the.
Yeah, now it's fine.
It's
Now it's
fine.
fine. It's fine. No one's gonna trip on it. We moved it out the way. Right? It's
Yeah,
off
it's
the sidewalk.
fine.
It's okay. It's fine.
But it's
No
kind of
one's
funny,
gonna.
like, oh no, the horrors of this broken gate. Also, all the bits are just right next to it. I don't know. It does
I
some.
mean, at least they didn't. At least they didn't lose them.
Yeah.
It's like losing parts of your Lego set, right? Like, be really annoying if they couldn't get parts, right? It's a good idea. It's good. It's good that they kept them
Yeah.
nice
And
and close,
anyway,
right?
back to my own more sleepy airport town. I saw I heard in the distance sirens. So I was like, that's interesting.
Oh no!
Let me
Oh
go. Well, let me go
no!
to my place first and see what's up. Oh wait, it's pretty close. Hey, I see another fire truck. It's like the fifth one. And let me follow it. And then a whole building was in fire. A room, a hoarder's room was on fire.
Oh no!
And so I had some
Oof!
casual discussions with Japanese people, and I understood them, and they understood me, and we had discussions about, oh,
Hey!
I heard it was on the third floor, because so I heard, hey, Sankai, third floor, like, oh, hey, Japanese lady, I heard it was on the third floor, and then, oh, underneath it's like, hey, I can speak Japanese. I'm like, and she goes,
Hey!
he can speak Japanese. Let us discuss and talk about this fire and what we know and doesn't
This
know.
big fireino.
Big
Fireino.
neighborhood speculation gossip round with me, European from the other side of the world. Oh, I heard it was on the third floor. I wonder what's the cause of it.
I don't know.
And I know,
Fireino.
and I had a random on the street discussion before, but this kind of was the moment like, oh no, oh no, I actually can talk to Japanese people
Yeah.
intelligently.
They Japanese people are real?
I can communicate with them.
Hmm.
This was kind of the turning point, really, of I have the ability to talk to them if I want and if they want to talk to me. Oh, don't know, worry, Gouda. Not at all. I've plenty of monies.
Yeah.
But anyway, next
Oh
up,
well, he didn't bankrupt
I
himself
went
on the
broke.
trip. He bankrupted himself the moment he landed. We talked about that before you joined. I'll just say it again. Like Ellie lands in Japan and his card just immediately breaks and just stops working properly.
So I had no money the moment I stepped in Japan. So that was a thingy. It worked out in the end, but in the meantime, what do you do when you step off the plane and then you have no money? Anyway, it worked out in the end. And let's see. Next up, I went to Okayama. Now, it was just kind of a stopover because it's kind of a distance from Nagasaki
Hmm.
to get to. Because I kind of wanted to go to Tokyo, but Tokyo is like another half of Japan to get over there. So Okayama was like
Yeah.
the stop in between. But I was already in Okayama once before, so I wasn't really interested in Okayama itself. So I went to kind of a nearby bordering town of Kurashiki. And what's fun about Kurashiki is it has an old quarter, like
Mm.
which is untouched relatively. It was raining big time, but the fun thing about Naretsu rain when it's 35 degrees is that it's still 35 degrees, but it's just raining.
Yeah. Oh no.
So,
Yeah.
well, you're being a little bit, you're being cooled by the, higher moisture in the air that and some water that hits you, and then the heat from your body can, transfer it to the air, sweat from the water that's on your skin, and then it evaporates, and then you're a little bit cooler. All that good stuff. But in the meantime, no Noretsu, the temperature didn't drop a single degree, not a single decimal. Not a single difference does rain make. But anyway, this is a fancy older section of Japan. I bought some ceramics over here because it's kind of part of the traditional
Yeah.
thing. Look, fancy bridge, fancy boats in the previous pictures, some nice trees. But then Retsu, this is the big part. I arrived in Tokyo.
Oh boy, let's go Tokyo
See the Blue
Town.
Archive and a
to see the Korean gotcha game in Tokyo.
and some shows like I want to undress your uniforms, or I want to
Oh yeah.
get out.
Oh
I
yeah.
want you to get out of your uniform.
Oh yeah.
Promo poster. I haven't heard or seen the show or series at all, but it's a thing that's being promoted. Maybe we'll get an anime in a year or three.
Maybe.
But anyway, I was in big Japan. No more small
Yeah,
town.
real Japan hours.
Real
It is
Japan.
time.
So I went to Shibuya again because last time Naretsu I didn't find Hachiko the
Oh
dog.
no.
I just
Oh no.
couldn't see him. I walked by
You know,
and
it's so funny because it's actually really funny you bring that up because one of the things I was actually going to talk about is a little surprise. Oh, don't worry about that. It's just the phone going off. I've been rewatching Digimon, and the literal last episode I watched is the episode where they are literally in the place where you
yeah in
because of those
Shibuya.
two Digimon. Yes, they are in Shibuya. Yeah. Because it was Matt and the what's it, the guy with the angel Digimon. I can't remember TK, but I don't remember his Japanese name. Right. Because I'm watching it in Japan. Right. And there's like a part in the episode where like Patamon or whatever, the little flying one, he like runs off, right? And he like overhears these girls talk about the Hachi statue and about like the content, like yeah, translators notes happen, Ali. It's great. I
Oh.
got to read the translators notes. They were like, oh yeah, the dog that patiently waited for its owner or whatever. And so Patamon is like, oh yeah, I'll just go wait at the dog statue, and then they like show the dog statue, right? So, oh man, wonderful! It is just like my Japanese. Oh man. So yeah, no, it's cool.
So yeah, like I said, I didn't see him last time. I was at Shibuya like 9 years ago, and I didn't see Hachi, so I moved on and never came back. So it was on my list of things I missed last time. I went to Shibuya. Oh, Hachi's over there. Seen Hachi. Goodbye. Never have to come here again.
Yeah, it's over. It's so over. It's so over.
So, and this is when I went to Ikebukuro, where the new, the hot new anime spot is in Retsu.
Oh yeah.
And I know I sent along, reports, I guess.
Yes, you were like, oh yeah, no, don't worry. This the Animu stuff still exists. Don't worry.
Yeah, because this is
It's
a
there. You can
huge
find it.
Animate store, and Animate is like kind of the big retail anime goods affiliate stuff store. But there it is noticeable in Retsu that this place is kind of more female oriented than Akihabara, or even though Nipponbashi is. There are maids that are, hey, you want to go to maid cafe? Uh, everybody likes mates. But the shows that are kind of promoted on the posters are like Dress Up Darling and kind of a older romance semi thing, and those appeal more to the
Right.
female demographic than battle shonen stuff or magical girl transformation scene something nanoha. But
Interesting.
yeah, I didn't really find much like in the ways of dojins, so it also kind of have a feel. But I did find a lot of um, second-hand or not idol goods paraphernalia stores where you can buy fans of your favorite boy band or uh, keychains for your favorite VTuber and all that stuff. So there's a lot of activity here, but it's not as intense as Akihabara. And maybe to show off the female orientedness of the place. This is like a whole cosplay section with all the skin tones and contacts in the back, and it is being branded with Marin or Dress Darling stuff. Like, hey, here,
Your big industry. Yes,
yeah, here's
big
like
industry.
there's like wigs in the further back in the image. So if you want to do cosplay, here's like a whole couple of aisles, two, three of them, um, with all the stuff you kind of would need to do a cosplay thing. And this is just like the most perfect place to have a bad guy spiked on when he falls from the sky. So like this is like in
Yeah.
the fancy in
It's
corporate
just
head.
perfectly set up just for that. Yeah.
It's like in this is like in the corporate headquarters district around the central station. Like the headquarters for this and that company, all here with fancy buildings and cabs and whatnot. But anyway, that's me. But I was in Tokyo for like a week, so I went to other places besides just Tokyo. I went to Kamakura. That's not the name. I'm missing a syllable, but I'm sick, so you can't criticize me.
Yeah. Deal with
So,
it.
as somebody in Naretsu who permanently lives below sea level,
Mm,
when I see this sign that says "Warning, you are 7 meters above sea level,"
yeah.
I get vertigo. Like, wait,
Oh
I'm
no.
7
Rip.
meters above sea level. Yeah, I'm getting vertigo over here.
You might as well be at Mount Everest.
Yeah, what are you trying to say? I'm below sea level. Why are you warning me that I'm 7 meters above it? But anyway, it's fun. I learned like a couple of on the way because Kamakura, Kama, whatever. It's like a big temple district, and it was also like the song for the ED of Elusive Samurai, Kamakura style. Um, so I kind of semi expecting like a poster of a manga promo thing for Elusive Samurai, but there was nothing. It was kind of odd to
Nothing.
me because in Hokkaido, in Sapporo, there was lots of promos for Golden Kamui
Mm.
in the in
I've heard
the
it is quite big over the.
but
Golden
also
Kamuy is
Elusive
quite big.
Samurai is pretty popular. Saw a lot of you know in every figurine store there was like a couple two distinct more two distinct or more figurines of that show, even though the show is pretty old by now. So I thought that they would have like one place at least that showed like maybe a poster or something like, hey, this is the place of the manga of the
Yeah, this is where
anime.
it happened. This is where it happened.
Yeah, because in random souvenir stores in Sapporo, there was like, hey, Golden Kamui manga, Golden Kamui keychain, or whatever. have this chopsticks in the color scheme of
Yeah,
Immortal Sugimoto,
gotta get that money bag, right?
but nothing on, but
Capitalize
nothing here. So
on
I was like, oh,
no.
I kind of expected differently. But I was there in Naretsu not for the fancy 7 meter warning, but I was also just taking pictures of, hey, this is a train track right next to a house
Yeah,
in the
I can
middle of this
imagine that's
street.
fun. Yeah, I can imagine that's fun.
Yeah, it's like kind of rustic almost.
mm, yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
but then I arrived at this Buddhist temple complex thing with, ooh, pretty garden, and ooh, if
Nice
you climb the
waterfalls,
mountain, you can
little.
have this whole view with of the beach and the
Oh,
bay.
beautiful.
And I've seen like the big, huge Buddha statues, but you can't take pictures of those, so I didn't. So next up, Naretsu, in the same place where big Buddhist temple complex is, there's this big bronze Buddha statue, and I wanted to visit it. But then Naretsu, I
But
noticed this line,
yeah,
and then I thought
maybe not.
maybe I've seen not enough Buddhism for today.
Yeah, enough Buddha for the day.
Enough Buddha
Enough
for
Buddha.
today. Already bought like a protective charm on this temple, so I think I'm good. So back to Tokyo. I went to visit Akihabara for real this time. So I
Hey.
went like, oh, here's like a big picture of Index and the crew, and over
Yeah.
here like
I think there's a new isn't there a new season of that coming up, I think.
mm,
Railgun. I think I heard
maybe
about that.
I remember I heard something similar. Maybe
Something in the news about a new
something
Railgun.
with the Index series or like the Toaru
Yeah, something's
series.
going on.
But
So then you got
big buildings with big posters, and it's chaotic and overwhelming amounts of small stores with shady entrances and way
so,
too.
how many prostitutes did you see?
Not, I mean, there was not even that many, maids, but I guess I was like in the middle of the day, not like
Yeah, it's probably not gonna. They're probably not gonna show up till the night, probably.
evenings or something.
Yeah.
So, but Akihabara doesn't really feel that changed from 9 years ago. There are
Mm.
differences. The big store, the store with the fancy exterior with the glass tubes on this side of the
Mm.
building. That store is now just a general electronic hardware store. Just your
Yeah, I think
cameras and
Joe talked about a lot of that in the video. People should watch that video, by the way. It's really good.
mm,
Where it's kind of like, yeah, there's been a bit of a generalized sanding of the edges, I guess, in Akihabara, right? Like it's still got some of the stuff there, but it's become a lot more generalized. And what's apparently been happening, according to the video, is a lot of the more not niche, but a lot of the more true otaku centric stuff has kind of like spread out, and you're getting pockets of it in all kinds of different little places, and you almost need to kind of get in tune with the locals to figure out where the hot spots are, in a sense.
yeah, but I mean,
At least that was that was the impression I got from Joe's video. But I'll let you comment on your own experience.
so I didn't really feel that much of a difference from 9 years ago. There are some places there are less anime signs or stores or stuff like that. And that's kind of a shame in a sense. But if suddenly you got Nippon Bashi, a whole street or three of otaku stuff with your own melon books and your mandrakes and your etc., then it's the what you kind of, at least from my tourist self, and I guess you as well. you can still get what you would expect from Akihabara in Akihabara, and even if you're not in Akihabara, you can still have some of that stuff in Nipponbashi or whatever other place there is in Japan that has a similar hub placey small place. Or a Japanese native for an old style otaku in the truest sense. Perhaps they would still say that all these places are fake and are this pale imitation of the real deal back in the day when otaku were this and that. But you know, it is also true, Naretsu. Anime, manga, even just most otaku hobbies are figurines and dolls and gunpla and whatnot are so much bigger than just Akihabara than to be contained in Akihabara alone. Ikebukuro now exists for a bunch of cosplay and a thousand Korean band fans for every single band member.
Right.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
find that.
K-pop
I don't
shit.
think you would find that in Akihabara in all the years that in all its glory days. But now there's a place for that too, for specific cosplay stuff. I don't really think there would be a store for that, but there is now, and a whole aisles of that in the Animate store. So yes, there might be a you can might feel like nostalgic, melancholic about the loss of this Akihabara. But it's also, there's never a pure Akihabara. People will have complained that, oh, Akihabara isn't the same anymore as 5 years ago, ever since it's existed, kind of. So in that sense, it's kind of pointless to cling on to this lost glory days, because if you ask somebody during those glory days, they might say, nah man, 2 years ago that was the glory days, and you can go back infinitely with the glory days in that sense. But for tourists like us, Naratsu, like we would be, Akihabara still is very much alive. You can go
Oh, it's
to,
still fun time, right?
you can walk
It's not.
into a small store and be overwhelmed by figurines, manga, doujins, and games and electrical cords and electrical outlet plugs, because those stores
Yeah,
still exist.
capacitors, fun electronics.
You can
Yeah.
still find all of these in Akihabara. And I guess as long as you can find all these small stores that offer 1,000 things, Akihabara will still be alive. To me, until in like 30 years, Akihabara changed throughout the years slowly to be something slightly different. But then for the people living in that era, that will be the true Akihabara to them. And so the cycle continues.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was Akihabara. Here's like a small VTuber thing, acryl
Oh
stand.
yeah. Oh look, there's Niji Sanjis. You got your Niji
Yeah.
Sanjis there. Yep.
And this is another day trip now. So this is Nico, and I made this picture because this wasn't a small section, and this isn't a small part of the walk. It was like 3 kilometers worth of walking on this slope
Mm.
in the 45-degree heat, of course.
Yeah, big. Yeah, have fun. have fun with
Yeah.
that.
So, but at the top, Naretsu, you got your old Buddhist garden temple complex again. With, hey, look, neat garden. Hey, look, moss overgrown bridge part. Super quaint pathways through the garden that are, sectioned off, but it looks very neat, very quaint. And an old bridge that is not longer in use, but still looks fancy. And that was kind of Nico. I have more pictures, but again, the biggest statues you couldn't take a picture of. Um, This is Harajuku, the big
Oh yeah.
fashion. This is the big fashion
Ooh.
street of Tokyo.
Ooh.
Also, big female focus again. You can immediately tell
Mm.
because it has a promo for the gay show.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, it's like a huge street for clothing and bags and street food and all that stuff, and also small anime cafes with cats and dogs and piglets. You can have your cookies and teas while petting little piglets. All very, very cute, of course. So that was kind of just a thing. But I made a mistake. I
Yes.
thought I would need to go to Juku, but I should be going to Shi, uh, Shibuya instead because I wanted to go to the observation tower of the second tallest building in Tokyo, the um, just the central metropolitan building, city center, and there's a big view of the whole city.
Hmm. Oh, did I lose you? Oh, still here?
I was dying.
Oh, you died. Yeah, because I heard you mute. I heard a pop, and I thought, oh shit, did your mic explode?
No, I was dying.
Okay, yeah. No, I was worried. I was like, oh shit, did he
Oh,
actually die?
oh no, my mic is dead. Oh,
My
no,
headset exploded or something. I don't know. Yeah, no, you're all good.
don't worry. I was just dying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Man.
big view, big fancy view. It was fun. I walked around. I found the Nintendo store in Tokyo, and I bought this teacup that I'm drinking my mint tea out of. It's a fun teacup. It's a Korok teacup. Pretty neat. Good volume. This is another picture I went when I went by Akihabara. Here's your Azura Lane posters. Namatsu.
Hey, let's go. Yeah, that was when that event was going on. With the fucking Anchorage skin. Holy shit. Man, Azura Lane has been getting real ballsy. They've been getting real fucking ballsy. that Anchorage skin that's on that billboard where she's like in the see-through dress, like looking like she's like going into the fridge, right? There's like an interaction with that where you come up behind and you get like the full panty shot, the full back shot with her, and she like squeezes a milk carton between her thighs, and it explodes into like milk everywhere. And then you click another button, and you climb inside the thigh, and you're getting the underboob, and you're like kissing her underboob and shit. And I'm like, how the fuck did they get away with this shit? What in the fuck is this? Like, god damn. Um,
But
holy
yeah,
shit. So yeah.
just a
So
picture.
yeah, good to see some Lane representation at
Akiba.
the old Akihabara. Yeah.
Also, there are so many Albedo statues. I couldn't believe. Like Albedo is funding the entirety of Overlord or something.
You got Albedo in fucking lingerie. You got her in a swimsuit. You got her in her underwear. You got her in a wedding dress.
In a Chinese dress
What kind
and
of one do you want? What flavor of Albedo do you wish to have?
like 20 different type statues, and I'm counting color variations. I don't care. So many Albedo statues.
I mean, they do look really nice though. I'll say that. Looking pretty.
I was looking for like a Ryuko Kill la Kill statue, but I really couldn't find one, unfortunately. super rare. The ones I did find were like massively massive, like 50 centimeters tall. Or by the time I did did find a smaller one, I already didn't have any room in my bag, so couldn't get it, unfortunately.
Oh well.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I went
because
back.
those figurines they take up the space.
Yeah.
Take up the space.
Anyway, I was walking back to my hotel, and I was like, there's a little bit of police presence here. I wonder why. And
Oh
then
shit! The Popo, they found you.
and then I see like an army battalion's worth of police jog by.
Yeah, but yeah, but yeah. Holy shit!
I didn't look it up, and I kind of think it's funnier to not look it up. But why would you need this much police?
I mean, look, man,
Well, it's
just
like
having a jog, right? Maybe they're just having a jog.
at
Just
least
having
like
a
100 police officers were around this street, because you see a police car on the other side of the road. They're like buses to transport all these police officers, and these are just the ones that are running by. They were like standing watch guards, looking out every couple of meters. There was another one. No idea. But I'm not going to look it up because it's just funnier to think of reasons why they would want so many on this street running by at this moment. Anyway, I had this picture to commemorate when an army's battalion's worth
Yeah.
of police came by. Safest moment in the history of mankind, I guess. But then I read, so one day I woke up early.
Oh.
I went to this train. This kind of monorailish train. For what, Naretsu? What do I see in the distance?
Oh. Is it? It's the building.
Could it
it's
be
the building.
The Tokyo Big Sight.
It's time. The pilgrimage. The true reason.
The date is the 16th of August.
Let's
I
go.
think.
Let's. I think. I think.
I was.
Oh, you're getting betrayed by Yuzong yet? Yeah. Well, we could talk about. I might talk a little about it, but I'll talk about GFL maybe if we've got time after Japan stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's been big drama. But yeah, no. So yeah, big umbrellas.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't die of heat stroke.
Standing in line for 2 hours with my umbrella because the sun was out and I didn't want to die. Different people at different tech. People, you got your fans, right, Retsu? You're flapping your fans. These days you have a handheld fan. Electrical fan. Kind of like a PC fan that's just in your hand on a stick with a battery in it, and like press a button and it just blows air at your face. And there are also people that were fans in their jacket, in their coat, and they would,
modern problems require modern solutions.
Ancient problems require modern solutions.
Ancient problems require.
I am hot. Get air in here.
Oh boy.
The downside to Retsu is that a fan makes sound. But
it does.
But if you and a fan vest, two things, Retsu: make more sound, make more noise, and it blows you up. Because you have like a big pocket of air inside your vest.
Yeah, it'll make you look giant.
Yeah.
Giant.
So it looks kind of silly.
You'll look American.
Yeah. I didn't have one, but I really would want one either. I was kind of fine with
God.
my umbrella. I maybe maybe it would be a smart idea to bring out my fan, but I didn't. But I survived. Drink water, and then to the pilgrimage. I was allowed entry with my fists raised against I don't know what. Maybe it was to show off my armband that I was allowed to go in. I guess maybe, but I would like to think I was fighting for something with my fist in the air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I was
Yeah.
on the grounds itself. Comiket.
Yeah. Let's go.
Uh,
Let's go.
I didn't take many pictures inside of Comiket, of course. Kind of rude to do so. But I walked around. I bought some dojins. I bought a keychain, a dojin keychain. I most of the stuff I bought was just on a whim to buy something. There was this one Machu dojin that I was aiming for, and I got so good stuff for that. There was
Nice.
this one
Nice.
Kill Ryukyo doji that I wanted, but it was sold out by the time I got
Oh
there.
no.
The
Oh
rest of my
no.
purchases was kind of random, like I said, and also I kind of found out that most of the big name and popular stuff artists came for only on the second day, and I
Ah.
only had the first day. But still, nerds. So I was there. I can say
Yeah,
for
you did
now in
it.
the
You could
first.
say you did it. You got you performed the pilgrimage. You got your works. Supported your artists, right?
Yeah,
You did all the fun stuff.
but this is like the Dojin place. There's also the corporate. Oh, this is another image of like big flow. This is a half hour after people could get in, and already people going all kinds of different directions, being guided and flow this and that direction.
Yeah. Come to my booth. No, come to my booth.
No,
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 come.
people going to different halls where people different halls are because Comiket. Do you know the layout of Comiket, Nuretsu?
Not particularly. No, I mean obviously I've never been, so I can't
No, all right.
comment.
So where I was like the big East Hall, and to get to the South Hall, you had to walk like 5 minutes, and to get to the North Hall, you have to walk another 15 minutes if you're from another specific place. So oh, I'm done here. Let me just go for or I've seen like half of this place. Let me go to the next place. That's like an half an hour at minimum, or an hour or whatever. If you're scouting out the other place before finishing this place, it's like an hour before you get back there with all the walking and people guiding and the routes you have to go through. So you have to come in with a plan, like, oh, this stuff in the East Hall is I really want, and there's also this stuff in the East Hall and this stuff in the East Hall, but in the South Hall is the stuff I really want. So do I risk three stuff things in the East Hall for one thing in the South Hall, or do I go south? Do I go for the East Hall first to get the three things, and then I will just be sad that I didn't get the thing in the South Hall? If you're there to get your big list of stuff, then you have to really plan out your routes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, big place. It's not one big hall. It's multiple halls that are disconnected, and you have to walk between them for a bit. Anyway, Comiket, fan stuff, self-published stuff. There's also a corporate hall where
Oh
you
yeah.
got this Azure Lane, I think.
Is it Azura Lane or is it Nikkei? It could be
Oh
both,
no,
really.
you're right. This is Nikkei.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I recognize the pinky. I don't play Nikkei, but I know her because she's around all the time.
So cosplayer being pretty, doing Nikkei stuff. And this is another place for a mobile game I don't know, but look, 3 ladies in bikinis.
Brown Dust, yeah, Brown Dust is very lewd. They're doing stuff all the time.
So I didn't get
Big Brown Dust.
Yeah, I didn't really get anything from the corporate hall except this Pixiv bag, which is neat.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But after that, Natsu, big jump forward. I was back in Osaka, and I was going to Nara to go to this the thing where there are many torii gates right next to each other. So this makes a tunnel thing. And here, like the big fox goddess statues, with symbolizing, one is a key, one is like a grain, one is a ball, one is like the scroll that are symbolizing like, oh, the key symbolizing your wares, and the grain is a good harvest, and the grain is like, sorry, said grain. The scrolls like merchant knowledge, expertise, and all that stuff. And here's I was there, I was at the place with the many toy statues.
Yay! You got to go through all the gates.
Yeah, and there's
all of them.
I went through all of the gates. I went through every single one of them. Because in Retsu, I went to the top of the mountain.
Hey.
Where the big goddess is. Like, hey, goddess. And the fun thing in Retsu is, I was there, it was hot, and I went there, hey, Inari, I'm a tourist here, but could you mind in your changing and tricksy ways, make it rain, please? Also, my feet hurt, but that's secondary.
Also, my feet hurt.
And what do you know? And it's hot, so look at all this. I'm sweating. Look at this sweat. Look at my arms, also sweating, big time. And Naretsu, I didn't put pictures of it here, but it worked. It rained. Inari forever.
Look at that. The gods are real.
The gods are real. And I took this picture, Naretsu, because I recognized this, because it was just like one of my animes. Have you ever watched, or anybody in chat watched, the eccentric family, Uchusen Kasuku?
I think I've heard of it, but I didn't watch it.
With the Tanukis. The Tanuki family. So, in episode 1, our main character is to deliver a message to a human. And he does so with a bow and arrow. While she is in one of these buildings over here, doing a drinking party thing. And our protagonist is in the bushes on the other side on the other bank, tying the message to the arrow and then shooting the arrow across and into the place, one of these places over here. And hey, wait, this is the place of just like the animes. And then I took a picture of the place that was just like the animes.
Yeah.
That's kind of the story behind this. So, but Naretsu, after in exchange for the rain, I guess I got sick again. Maybe it was my overexertion in the hot weather or something. But who knows?
Yeah, getting the heat strokes.
So I really couldn't go that far. So I just explored the immediate area of my hostel. Because Naretsu, the immediate area of my hostel is the slums, basically.
Lovely.
So I just took a picture of the nearby decrepit area and some funny contrast where there's this nice modern building on the right, and this dilapidated, falling apart building on the left, and this, because all buildings are separated from each other, you can have this fancy new building right next to the most dilapidated building you ever see in Japan.
Gotta keep the rent down somehow.
Yeah. Also in Retsu, there is a red light district in Japan. But in Retsu, you might ask,
Lovely.
prostitution is illegal.
Oh no.
But in Retsu, look, there's this whole thing with a sign with a female name and not don't take pictures, and a whole sign that says younger than 18 is not allowed here and whatnot.
No, but it's totally not. It's
And
totally
it's not even, look, two of these Naanretsu, all street works, multiple streets.
It doesn't. It's fine. This is fine. It's fine.
So
Right?
Naretsu,
Yeah.
how do you want to take a guess how they get around the no prostitution law?
It's, like I said, it's not prostitution. It's totally not. Totally.
Well, Naretsu, you're kind of right, but
Hmm.
thing is that all these places are restaurants.
Oh.
And Naretsu, you might ask me but Ellie, all these restaurants in Japan have all the food on plastic examples of their food in front of the restaurants to show how the food will look, and a menu to see what's in there and whatnot. But Naretsu, these places offer you cookies and a cup of tea
Oh.
for 10,000 yen.
Yeah.
Or
Look, it's
just a cookie for 10,000 yen.
What a steal!
And Naretsu.
What a steal!
What happens after you eat the cookie? That is totally up to the people who are happy to be there.
It's not a transaction. It's not a transaction, right? Like, they brought their cookie, and that's the transaction. Anything else is just, sometimes people get a bit horny after they eat cookies, Ellie, right? You eat your cookie, and then suddenly you're just like, man, I really need a quickie, right?
Yeah.
just really, just gotta, yeah.
So
it's really
the restaurant association for this neighborhood helps these restaurants with their businesses.
Yeah.
And make sure that there's no pictures taken, of course, and that the server of the cookie is anonymous or whatever, and the police aren't too much of a bother. And
look, cookies are serious business.
And if somebody complains, there's a legal team to deal with that. If the service of the restaurant was not up to par. And if you're lawyering well enough, you can have a bit of a reputation, right? Good lawyers, they get far.
Yeah.
And one of these lawyers in Naretsu for this restaurant association is now the mayor of Osaka.
Ah.
So, this place will exist in Naretsu. No worries. The cookie business will stay.
The cookies will continue.
Yeah. So alright. So a bit of the fun thing about this neighborhood in Naretsu, this is the only place that still does it this way, where you see all these doors and whatnot, just open those doors, and there's like a small, porch inside where this girl sits there being pretty in cosplay or not, or sexy outfit or bikinis or whatever, traditional yukatas or whatever. And she is there sitting pretty with la la la, look at me, correct angles and whatnot. Or with a fan blowing wind in, hair blowing in the wind, whatnot. See, her job is there being pretty, and there's this old lady, this aunt lady, that says, "Hey, you there! Look at my pretty girl. Isn't she pretty? Want to
Isn't
buy
she
cookies from
cool?
her?
But yeah, buy cookie. Yeah,
A
buy
cookie from
cookie.
her."
Buy,
And
yeah.
so she's the kind of the madame, the mother of this exchange, and she does every business dealings while girl is sitting there pretty. So she'll take your coat and your umbrella or whatever, and deal with the money exchange and all that stuff. And after all that is said and done, all is done and good, then you go upstairs with the pretty lady and have a cookie. And then when you're done, you collect the lady, the woman gives back your jacket and your hat and your umbrella, and then on your way. Go, good day, sir. Good. Thanks for staying to eat the cookie and a little more. Maybe don't mention it. And this is the only place that does it this way, because you got your soap lands and whatnot, and kind of just plain prostitution, I guess, with very liberal readings of the law, where I just give you money, and
Yeah,
now this is a
just
separate exchange. This is a separate thing. Um, so this is
oldest
a,
profession.
besides just, hey, look, Red Light District, this is a kind of a unique place in that sense.
Mm,
Also, I was kind of surprised. I was walking there. It was like 2 midday for
yeah.
1400 hours, and there's some places were open. Like you can see,
So
most places.
look, some of those office workers, man, they're on their lunch break. They, like I said, they just want a cookie, man. They just,
Yeah, I mean, you
they
can
just
see
need those
like from this
cookies.
image alone, right? Most places are closed, but you can see
Yeah.
that air conditioning unit over there. Somebody was in there.
Mm,
My plan was just kind of just walk around filming the place, like how many things were there, but some places were open, so privacy, whatnot, blind.
probably don't want to muck with that. Yeah, yeah.
No, otherwise the restaurant associations will come after me.
The restaurant yakuza will come for you.
Yeah, don't want to mess with them.
It's just like the horse racing yakuza. If you draw any lewds of the horse girls, the horse yakuza will come for you.
Yeah, so I didn't want to mess with that. So what was it? But I didn't do much one of those last days because I got sick.
Yeah, you'll get yeah
Ouchie,
again,
ouchie, throat,
again.
fever. So I went, back to the Netherlands.
Hey,
Yay! Callum welcomes me back to the Netherlands. I went through customs all fine, not stopped, whatever. My loot,
they didn't find
my
your dojins.
my or didn't care for it. Probably didn't care for a bunch of books. Dojins, who cares? I got
Oh,
my
it's cute.
statues. I got my quills.
That's a cute book with this red-haired girl. That's kind of nice. Look at that.
Yeah,
It's totally wholesome.
totally awesome. I mean, I guess I did buy a fern statue. I did buy a loot statue.
Oh yeah.
I a quill stance of 2B and Elma from Dragon Maid, and Uni from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I did buy a bunch of dojins, a bunch of manga, also some JVs. Well, like one of them. Also, like a magazine of it, JV magazine. Also, a erotic light novel, regular light novel, and a erotic short story, I guess. It wasn't. No, I went really. Oh, this one is with female knights and tentacle monsters, I guess, and whatnot, and elves and what stuff. And this one has a female officer, police officer at the on the cover. I guess I'll buy that one for balance.
Yeah.
And
Why not?
a colorized manga from the student council has holes. Got an anime
Hmm.
announcement. So it was, hey, look, a thing that is getting an anime. Look, and
Hmm.
like, all right, I'm looking. I'm buying one, and then I'm good.
Nice.
And I bought like
Nice.
a light novel of a girl that is gets super overpowered in some virtual semi world, whatnot. Just for the Japanese literature. I'm buying it
Yeah. Oh,
for
yeah. Yeah. Literary value. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and just to have a souvenir.
Hmm.
Um. Also, I bought. Oh yeah, I forgot almost. I bought Eroge with the big
Oh. Oh.
boxed Eroge thing. I was
In the
thinking.
year of our Lord 2025,
Well,
boxed
I
Eroge.
did see Naretsu that they're still coming out with big boxes
Oh, that's good to know.
in these years. I was thinking of buying one. I saw one for like 10,000 yen. Like would be €100 if the exchange rate wasn't massively in my advantage.
Yeah.
I was wanting to buy it. I was even willing. I only saw it in Akihabara, so I was willing to go back to Akihabara, but I got sick, so I really couldn't go anymore. So I kind of just bought a random boxed eroge. Would be like, oh, female knights and elves and big magical chains or whatnot. And I'm like, oh, this looks more interesting. Oh, I guess I'll have two of them, but then I couldn't find it again and it was too far away in Akihabara, so etc. But yeah, and of course, Naretsu, last slide over here is my herbs
Merbs.
bigger.
No.
They are bigger.
Oh, look at that growth. Growth in the herbs. They do be growing.
Do be growing. And this sage. The sage has some purplish leaves. Uh, got so big it was overshadowing my oregano. So I moved the sage to the side, and mint is all fine and well, but it's also kind of a weed because it's um, spreads pretty fast. So one upside of being sick like this is just I'm all right, mint. You're kind of a weed at times. Time to cut off half of your stems and we'll boil the leaves for me to drink up. But yeah, I'm I'm eating well, Naretsu. Every day I'm like, oh, what should I eat today? And what herbs will I use in from my garden this time? Good days.
Good stuff.
Good
Good
stuff.
stuff.
But this was my trip to Japan, Naretsu. Be all over Japan, north, south, east, west coast. Um, Let me just random image in Japan. The next one is nice. So yeah, this was my big Japanese adventure.
Yeah. Fun times. Fun times. This looks like you had a good old time. Japans. And
I am
yeah,
I'm planning to go back there sooner than 9 years. I guess maybe like
sooner than 9 years. Yeah.
maybe like you know 3. That's like maybe a bit short, but like in 5 years, I guess I want to go there again. In 5 years or so. That sounds like a reasonable. Because I wanted to go 5 years ago, but Naruto, which year was it 5 years ago? Can you do the calculations, Naruto?
COVID time. COVID
Yes,
time.
I bought my airplane ticket and then COVID happened. So, oops.
Oh no.
No Japan
Oh
for me.
no.
So another 4 years passed, and then I went to Japan again. So every 4 to 5 years, I guess my general plan, will be to visit Japan again. Sounds like a reasonable enough rate for places on the other side of the world. I guess in other, so you could go there in like every 2 years, 3 years, or something.
Probably have to save up a bit for that, but work, gotta get the finances and all
When
that.
you
But
get
I don't have to.
a nice job, I guess you can.
Yeah,
Because Japan
yeah,
is cheap. The food is cheap. The exchange rate nowadays
yeah. Because I
is
mean, the
insane.
currency. Yeah, because the currency is yeah,
One
yeah. Also,
euro.
Samu doesn't have a wrench. Scooter doesn't have a wrench. Oh no,
Oh, I'll
the,
give Samu the range because he's
he's number one.
yeah.
He
That's how
has
it
number
goes.
one.
That's how it
He
goes.
wins. That's how it goes, I guess. Must have forgotten. Oh man.
Whoever is number one
Um,
is the mod. That's the rule.
Ellie came up with that right now.
No,
So,
I came it
but
up
yeah,
like
no.
last before we went.
But yeah, no. It's yeah, it sounds like good
It's
stuff.
5-0
And
mod
like,
now.
yeah,
I
I
guess.
don't know. I don't know. But yeah, no. It's yeah. From what I understand, the exchange rates, and also I believe Japan isn't trying to encourage uh tourism. There's a big, big market. All right, big market. Got to get the people in to do things. People are more willing to come in and spend money. It being the cheap.
I did see kind of a report that tourism is down slightly
Oh
because I
no.
guess somewhere in the world, not in my circles, there's like this rumor that there's a big disaster coming to Japan right now or something.
People just got that bad vibe.
Got a bad vibe, like ooh, big earthquake or tsunami or volcano will erupt at any moment, so don't go to Japan right now. So no, it's kind of like your general hey people, it's no, that's not what it is message. I guess some tourist bureaus will get activated in America or whatever the rumor was. France, who knows? Like, no, that's not true. And then hope for that's the end of the dumb rumor.
So
Yeah, so
now that we've talked
that's
about the Japans, now we could talk about the Japanimes, the the
yo.
the, a- the animus, one would
So
say.
maybe
But
I guess I have watched. I did watch a good deal of anime in Japan. Not as
mm,
much on the train as I wanted, as the dream was. Like I'm on a 6 hour train trip, going to wherever. Time to watch an
okay.
anime, but then the train was super duper full. It's like
Oh
it's
no.
also those Shinkansens are kind of like airplanes in some ways, way more leg room, but they're still can still be super packed. So that's not a really comfortable place to watch anime that way.
So I don't know how we want to we want to
I'll press
start. I
random
guess,
button and you can start talking, I
and
guess.
I'll just start talking about whatever I see that takes my fancy. Okay, so the Milky Subway YouTube Shorts, that's pretty fun. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. It's just, it's just like they're on a they're on a train doing probation work. Train goes haywire. Now they're trying to stop the train. Funny hijinks ensue. Right. Um, it's fun. It's pretty good. You know, having a good time watching that.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it already over, or is like not?
No, it's still. I mean, episode 9 came out today. I think it's gonna be. What does it say on the? I don't know how many episodes it's gonna have actually. It says 12 on live chart, so I'm guessing it's gonna be a 12 episoder. But like I said, it's short YouTube stuff. Like they're only like 5-10 minutes, little mini things, right? So
Mhm.
it's not too bad. Yeah, it's a 3D show as well. Yeah, because it's like this 3D animator made like a short like years ago
Yeah.
with these characters, and then now they're making it into a full like a full like show type thing in a short form. Um, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I've been enjoying it. Kaiju 8, that's been trucking along quite nicely. There's been some developments happening with that where you have Kaiju 9 being a fucking asshole. Uh, the dad of the yellow twin tail girl has been assimilated, uh,
Mm.
which is not good. He has been assimilated. His power has been stolen. The power
Mm.
of his kaiju weapons stolen. His body taken. Presumed dead. Right, presumed dead.
He'll come back as a
Yeah,
kaiju.
big.
I can feel it in the
Well, that is
storylines.
what happens. Is Kaiju 9 basically just merges with him and is taking
Ah.
control of him and is
Mm.
using his power, and so they're gearing up to like we're in that shonen phase, right? We're in the we need to do big, training. Everyone gonna get upgrades, right? The young guy that's the friend of our kaiju man. He's training to use another kaiju weapon, but it's the sixth one. It's the dangerous one. It'll take you over. It's dangerous. Only very few people could use it, but you're gonna have to try and use it. Big anime power ups, basically,
Mhm.
right? Um, and so it's interesting because one of the things I remember people like talking about back when kaiju was kind of more in the discussion cycles, right? Pre-anime and season 1 is like, oh, it's so much different from other shonens because he's an adult and he's not a kid and it's got different things, right? And I think even I've commented on this, and in some ways that's still true, but in other ways, yeah, it's a shonen,
Mhm.
right? It still has that kind of formula going, right? Um, especially now that he's been outed, right? And he's like everyone knows that he's the kaiju, and they treat him like the kaiju, and they're like, yeah, suspicion. There's implications that the more he transforms, the less he's gonna be able to. He can't go back. At
Mm.
some point, he might not be able to go back because there's parts of his hand that aren't returning to human. Right? He's got like a scratch that's like still kaiju. Right?
Mm.
So there's some interesting implications going on there. Um, but overall, I think the quality is good, right? I think Kaiju 8 is a good show. It is interesting. Um, but I am missing a little bit of because I remember in season 1, one of the things I really liked about Kaiju was the whole dynamic of experience versus talent, because his
Mm.
whole strength before he started relying more on the Kaiju powers was that, oh, he has all this experience, decapitating kaijus to clean them up. And so he's able to go, oh, yeah, that kaiju has this weakness. And that kaiju, oh, that kaiju has that organ in that spot, right?
Mhm.
And you could hit that and it'll insta kill, right? And that kind of thing, right? Versus the people that are, younger than him that have all of this talent, right? And can just, are OP as shit. Missing a little bit of that this season. It's not it's kind of sad. But other than that, I'd give it a it's all right recommendation. Uh, our Nick Nakatashi, the animation.
I have to
I
unfortunately
am
announce that that I haven't watched beyond the first episode.
so I am glad to announce that we have nipples nipples
Oh.
have landed. Because I remember, because I don't know, I mentioned this on the cast the first time I watched it, but I mentioned it's really weird how you have an entire classroom of people fucking and there's no exposed nips. There's no exposed breasts. Everyone's clothed, right? Big what's going on here,
Yeah,
right?
no, I remember this
This
because
is
I said
weird.
like maybe it's a massive pain to censor 50, even numbers, 30
Yeah,
nipples.
whatever. Yeah. So in more recent episodes, there have been nips, so they're not afraid to show the nips, right? Which is good. They do still censor, obviously, if there's anything happening below the way, right? You'll even get like the full-on, Duckman mascot logo covering up, right? Like you get the full censorship, right? Not just the we animated this in a way that you don't see it, right? They're like, yeah, we can't avoid this. We're gonna have to put a thing over it, right? Um, so it does, yeah, and I mean that's to be expected, right? I'm not expecting them to have uncensored shit below the waist. That's just like normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was kind of like at the beginning questioning, well, why the fuck is there no nipples in this Ecchi show? This is very weird. But then it comes, we get to later episodes and it's kind of like, yeah, no, we're all good. It's fine. Status quo has been achieved. The TLDR is basically the dynamic is between lovey-dovey sex
Mm-hmm.
versus loveless sex, right? Which was kind of what I was thinking that it was going to go down. I was kind of thinking it was going to be like love versus lust in that kind of respect. Um, and it's essentially them forming a resistance against kind of the forced aspect of the law, right? Um, rather than it being kind of like from a puritanical angle, right? Um, and yeah, so far I've been quite enjoying it. A lot of the jokes are really funny. A lot of the
Mm-hmm.
jokes are very good. A lot of really interesting play on stuff. Yeah. I would say it's definitely worth giving a shot. I've been having a good time with it. But other than that, Dress Up Darling I haven't been watching, so I can't comment on that at all.
Oh, now I'm totally
Uh,
dying when it's my turn. When I
yeah, no Dress Up Darling talk for now. We'll have to wait till Ellie's recovered, and then we can
so
talk about
hopefully I'm not
Dress Up
dying.
Darling.
Um, so
Oh,
Dress Up Darling. Broad strokes is gender norms. Uh,
yeah, I hear that because I've seen some clips on Twitter. I hear there's big, you know, genderino talk going on. The Dress Up Darling, because you have the cross-dressing character show
mm-hmm.
up, and then you also have there was like some clip I saw of some he like meets up with some chick from online, and he thinks it's a dude because they use certain pronouns online, even though they're a chick, and they mistake. And she's like, "I thought you were you were a chick. I thought you were a dude." That's all I know. That's all I know
Yeah,
from what's
so
going
it's all about these breaking of the gender norms, or even just societal norms in kind of in general, because the in the episode you're talking about, this is kind of the last episode. One of the characters that are Marin and Gojo are meeting up with are all adults, working adults with having to take time off to do cosplay and whatnot. So when one of these adults brings out a plushie of her favorite character, Gojo goes from, wait, she's taking out a doll. And wait, what? She's talking to her doll? That's what I do. Other people do what I do. Acceptance. I am not super weird anymore. Oh, oh, Magician D, for your punishment of not being first and being late, You're not allowed to be a
You're gonna
moderator.
the wrench is
Just
being
taken
inducted.
away. But also, yeah, you're right. You got cross-dresser. That is like, all right, cross-dresser. Cross-dressing gives me, strength and ability to navigate my own sexuality and presentation of who I am more clearly. You got other characters that are just, hey, I'm female, but I'm dressing up as this boy character right now, etc., etc. And I guess the previous arc had Marin kind of learn, or sorry, Gojo also learn, um, to step out of kind of their shells. Marin doesn't really need that in that way, but Marin did need some lessons how to not just dress and wear a wig and has a lot of makeup on to, oh, now she looks like a boy. But also like, alright, to be more boyish, mannish, you have to stand like this, angle your chin like this, and look to the side like that, and all that stuff. So it's been big on gender presentation these days. But now,
Now I have to commit arson. Yeah, how could you do this?
well, do something because Samu just complained that he has nothing to do as a mod. So if you do something,
Oh no.
spam the chat and have Samu time you out for 1 minute or 30
Uh,
seconds.
but yeah, no, yeah. So I mean, it sounds like there's some interesting
Yeah, and
stuff going on.
last episode, Juju is coming back, and there's this weird tension between this Akira girl, the girl that was was supposed to be a boy and thought that Gojo was a girl. She knows Marin somehow. Marin doesn't know her, but Akira doesn't want to be around Marin. Other people know why. Our characters don't know why. We don't know why. But there's this big, massive tension, and I guess it will be revealed next episode. And still good show. I will still recommend it, etc. etc.
Yeah, yeah. Quality continues. Quality continues. All right, what do we got? What do we got
So let
next on the
me
dock?
press the next button. This one.
Whatever button. What do we got? I'm waiting for.
The
Ah,
Cleveland.
yeah, I can talk about Cleavitas. Let's go, dudes, bros. Listen,
The show from
fucking
20
listen.
years ago still continues.
Yeah. You need to listen to me. Cleavitress is good shit. Cleavitress is fucking key. All right, like I'm fucking amazed at the quality on display here. Right, if you're into some dark fantasy shit, right? If you're itching for maybe not as good as Berserk, right? Obviously, because it's pretty hard to be better than Berserk, right? Not the animes, but the manga, right? It's pretty hard to be better than Berserk. But if you're into that kind of vibe, Cleavitress is up your fucking alley, right? Because you got blood, you got gore, you got fucking sexy shit, right? Like mild erotic stuff, like really, really, like not itchy, but
Bit
there
of
was a
cleavage,
camera angle.
really.
There was a camera angle in that last episode where I'm like, nice. That was you didn't have to do that, but you did that, and I see that creative choice that you did there. I approve. Very good. Anime. They just she just. I haven't watched the most recent episode, episode 9, but in the last episode I watched, she just beat the shit out of the insect wizard because it was a wizard that like controlled insects and was like threatening the village or whatever. And because they're trying to get their hands on the baby because the baby is the king or the future king
Mm.
in the bloodline, the pure blood, right? The pure blooded king of the kingdom who has the ability to forge the weapons and has insane magic potential, right? And so they're basically trying to like Cleopatra's plan is basically, oh, I'm gonna raise this kid up and then I'll like control things from the shadows because I'm amused by this idea. right? I could destroy humanity, but this sounds more fun, right? This could be more fun. But no, like yeah, because again, I want to kind of stay on broad strokes here, right?
Mm.
Vibes. We're doing a vibes cast today. It's all about the vibes, right? The vibe of Cleaver-Triss is just fucking like a chef's kiss. This is the kind of shit I've been waiting for in my anime, right? You you know you it's very rare that you look at something and you think like, this could be all right, but it kind of looks a little generic, right? I think a lot of people are gonna mistake it for like an isekai or some shit, right? Just
Mm.
because of how it looks. But then you fucking you start watching it and they don't pull their punches on people getting like ripped in half, eaten by giant krakens, people getting fucking decapitated and fucking eaten by insects, right? Um, all kinds of shit. Our zombie girl, who's been kept alive by Cleaver-Triss, she goes through a bunch of shit. I believe I mentioned in one of the last episodes we talked about, like she jumps off a bridge, breaks every bone in her body, and
Yeah.
you get the scene where she like rebuilds her body, gets rebuilt by the Dark Anchor, and you feel every fucking crack, and her blood is like rushing back into her body, and she feels every minute of it. She's fucking ah man. Ah man. Oh yeah, the quest for milk, yeah. the quest for the breast milk, yeah, that was great. Um no, yeah, no. Like, I think if there was ever a sleeper hit, right? If there was ever a fucking sleeper hit of the season, I think Cleaver-Triss is going to be the sleeper hit of the season. I think too many people are sleeping on Cleaver-Triss and not giving it a chance because the world building is also phenomenal, right? This whole the last episode was really interesting because it presented this like speech from the hero, um because there was this question of like, why do we even need the heroes to begin with? Why are we like, why do we want to expand the world, right? Because we're trapped by the dark beasts in the borders, right? um I'm gonna have to see if we get two cores because I hope we I hope we fucking get two cores because it's so good. um why do we have to sacrifice, why are we sacrificing people? And she gives this really interesting speech on, you know, it's worth making the world bigger, right? It's worth seeing what's out there. I saw what was out there before I was killed by Cleaver-Triss, right? In a sense, right? I saw the world beyond that mountain, all right? And we need to go there, right? We need to see it. We are like it's almost like an argument from the human spirit, right? Of
Yeah, it is.
adventure. Yeah, and it's very fucking great. I would I oh oh I can't praise Cleaver-Triss enough, right? Like the only thing I would like complain about is I would argue, yeah, the animation is not like it's not. I don't think there's going to be any Sakuga right going on, right? There's not a lot of like really intense animation going on, but
They have a lot of
I
style.
think yeah, it has a lot of style. It has a lot of substance to what's going on, right? It's well worth it. It's well worth it. It's fucking great. Um, I don't know. Yeah, listed as 12 episodes. I don't know if we're gonna get a. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get a next core. But we'll have to see when the show ends. But I
Yeah.
hope we get another core. I hope we get another core. It feels like the kind of show that would benefit from two cores. But anywho, Yuri time.
Yeah, now let me say something briefly on the Cleaver test. Good
Oh yeah.
show, good stuff. Drell suddenly becoming a bigger deal. Like, ooh, damn, Drell,
Mm.
good going. And I'm still very enamored by the fake upscaling the show does every now and again.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So yeah.
Anyway, my Yuri
So
show. The Yuriing continues. Our pink-haired
yeah, big
girl is
Yuri.
rizzing up everybody, and kind of the show in the beginning sets up that she's the outcast, the fake extrovert. She's a loser gamer that is forcing herself to be extroverted, to hang out with these goddesses, top of the social hierarchy, way above her. But it turns out, Naretsu, that our blonde haired main girl is kind of a mess. Our black haired girl, her mother is a escort at best and lives in a dingy two room apartment. And we don't know. And big brunette, big hair breast girl looks very sweet and considerate, and is, but she's also stricken by indecisiveness and fear that she might not be doing the correct thing. And Ritsu is kind of feels like a theme of, hey, people aren't perfect. You just don't know them enough to know that they're not perfect.
Right, right.
In the meantime, she's rizzing and kissing and groping every girl that she is having some kind of relationship with. And schemes and plots and ploys are being enacted to make, at least for the previous arc, for the black haired girl to make the blonde haired girl jealous. She's being a pretend girlfriend. One funny scene in Retsu is that, hey, let's kiss, our black haired girl says, to make blonde haired girl jealous. So what our protagonists do? Like, sure, we're pretending to be girlfriends anyway. I'm here, a kiss on the lips. But oh no, our black haired girl just meant a kiss on the cheek.
Oh no!
So she is super hard rizzing, so hard. She's overwhelming her.
The big riz.
There
Big
doesn't
riz.
stop. And she might say from, hey, let's just be friends. In the meantime, she ends up naked with every single one of them and kissing every single one of them, but it seems. So it's funny in that way. Also, and the arc that I just mentioned with pretend girlfriend and rivalry between black haired and blonde girl is just over, arc over, time to do new stuff. I think it's going to be with the big breasted brunette stuff happening. She's being in the background for a bit. So yeah, also very funny, very neat. So nice social message of nobody's perfect, even though it might seem they are. Really, they're not. They have their own insecurities and troubles and all that stuff going on.
So, Dune to Dune.
Dun,
We
dun,
got
dun, dun, dun.
the Dune. A lot has happened in Dune to Dune. A lot.
Where we left off,
probably
I
gonna.
believe where we left off is like either the worm was just defeated or something like that.
Yeah. We're not gonna do like a total TLDR of everything that happens, but I think the general vibe just is that Dan to Dan's pretty good. So I'm gonna be saying that a lot, I think, because Dan to Dan is yeah, we got the dynamic. I think I haven't watched the most recent episode because it just came out. But I know
I
that
did.
yes, they're gearing up for a fight with Evil Eye. It's gonna be a big fight. Because Evil Eye is in our Joji or whatever his name is, man.
GG.
And every time he gets splashed with hot and cold water, he hot cold water, he turns into Evil Eye. When it's hot water, he turns back. I don't know if you caught the Rama 1/2 reference.
Yeah, it was.
Because he starts singing the intro to Rama 1. That's in the manga too, so it's like a carryover thing. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And
Well,
a lot of
speaking,
because
well, just on the
oh yeah,
last
I'll let you go.
episode that you have watched, Uh,
Mm.
the music, the
Mm.
orchestra, very neat.
Yeah, very neat, very creative. Yeah, very interesting. Because basically, Dan to Dan, I
All
like
night
Dan to Dan because
grinding.
no, yeah, I like Dan to Dan because the story structure is very good in that you have these peaks and lows, right? Because right now we're in what I would consider the low transitional arc because they've already teased the next arc, right? They had a
Mm-hmm.
teaser come out and they're like, oh yeah, we're introducing the sci-fi guy, right? The guy that the nerd, the otaku guy who's into sci-fi and likes Godzilla and kaiju and stuff. And there's going to be a
And
kaiju,
robots,
right?
I assume.
Yeah, well, the aliens, right? There's gonna be aliens and kaiju and stuff, right? So I liked Dandadan because we had our high intensity big fights with the homeowners association grandma family, uh, and big fights with the worm. Oh no, the volcano's erupting. We have to save the thing. Big. Oh yeah, and then we kind of go into like about a couple of episodes or maybe 3 episodes of yeah, we're just we're just chilling, right? We're just chilling. We decompress, right? We
Mm-hmm.
decompress. You know,
And kind
we got
of
to sort
building
out the
up to
evil
this
eye
final
thing.
fight.
Yeah, we gotta decompress. We gotta have a fucking amazing rock section
Oh yeah.
with the Henchy band thing. Hunting Soul is great. I fucking love that shit. That's so good. Yeah, that episode was fantastic. But like yeah, so we have a little bit of fun, we have a little bit of decompressing, a little bit of character development, a little bit of stuff, and then now we're going to probably start building up, right? We're going back up to the next big arc, right? Big fight, next big thing. So it has a very good story structure, right? It has a very good story structure. It gives you breathing room. It's not like boring, but at the same time, it's not always fast paced, big action, everyone high stakes all the time, right? And I kind of like that from Dan to Dan. I would yeah. I think that kind of sums it up. I don't have much else to comment. Like the animation is still fantastic, you know, characters are still good. There's not really like too much to complain about. It's just a pretty solid show to watch, really.
I want
Um
to it's because this is my domain, as we established before I went to Japan. In the romantic developmental character arc, Momo and Okurun are slowly getting more together, more comfortable with each other. You know, playing with hands in the car and being at the maid cafe, and you know, grabbing, not grabbing hands, and uh, staying over, etc., etc. They are getting way more comfortable with each other, and that's also a neat development. As much as big fights and whatnot. If Momo and Okorun aren't happy together, this wouldn't be a fun show either. If they weren't being fun watching them together.
right.
Well, the last slide. Let's see. What was on the last
Yeah.
slide?
And if there's
Ooh.
anything that's not on a slide, I will just bring it up because I have my schedule open. So,
Oh yeah, you're watching the Arc Knights.
okay, we got it. We got all right. So, City, I believe, has been quite fun.
Have you been watching City? Oh no, you
No, I have
haven't.
not. I've heard it's good though. I've seen clips. Right? I know it's good. Right? I know it's good.
City is very, very good. Did you like Nichijou?
I actually don't think I've ever gotten to.
Ooh.
No, it's sacrilege.
Anyway,
Sacrilege, right?
Nichijou, very good. City, 10 times better. It's just so
Yeah,
much
there you go.
fun seeing all these characters that you get to know very quickly, and then seeing them all exist together in the same city, sometimes coming into contact with each other. Hey, this guy's delivering alcohol to the here and there, and oh, this girl likes the guy, but he is doing that over here, and then he's over there, and oh no, the girl that likes him is over there doing this, and that means that this character is getting involved with this history, with this character, and it's all one huge interconnected web with characters coming into contact with each other, colliding, sparks happen, interactions happen, and then other things spawn out of that sometimes, or just they move on to hit other characters and have other interactions. It's all very fun, very good. There's not much of a plot, story, intrigue arc in there, but events do carry on. So I do recommend City, the animation. Well, if I'm talking anyway, let me quickly just say which watch I didn't kept up during my Japan trip, so I'm already like 5 episodes behind.
Seriously. Don't have much to say.
No.
Watching of the witches.
Yeah.
So Silent Witch is fucking great.
Yeah, it is. Another
one. Like if like you've got Cleavitress and then you got Silent Witch, and it's like two sides of the same amazingly shiny gold coin, right? Of the season, right? You've got these two fantastic shows coming out at the same fucking time. It's great, man. We are eating good this season, man. We are eating so good. Yeah, she's adorable. Yeah, all of her little like, oh, she's so socially awkward and anxiety, and oh, I don't know what to say, but she's making friends and frenemies, I guess. The black-haired girl, frenemy, who call it a frenemy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I think it's an interesting show because you obviously have like the whole social aspect of it, right? The kind of like pseudo slice of life, magic school type stuff. But then in the background, you've got big politics, big nobles fighting,
sabotage and assassinations,
sabotage, assassination, big if we can't allow the puppet, the king, the count's puppet to get the throne, it'll my country / hometown, no, bad, big boob, oh no, right? So it is definitely interesting. It is it's a fascinating show. And the more you watch it, the more like intrigue you get, because you get these like little snippets, right? We learn a little bit about her past, right? With like the father that gets burnt at the stake, and the why she's doing mathematician stuff, right? Why she's big on numbers, and then you get like there's like little nuggets you're picking up along the way of like background info, and then it all sort of comes together, right? And you go, ooh, that's. So yeah, very fun show. Very, very much.
Yeah,
I did quite.
It's very. No, I'm just going to repeat some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but, the learning about the social hierarchy dynamic and the social standing, very fun. Very fun to see people very much fall and be, hey, it would be kind of bad if I were told to use somebody like my father about this, wouldn't it? I guess
yeah. So that
best
was. Yeah, that was kind of because so to kind of give a bit of context, right? For people in the chat, there's a situation where you have kind of like the typical like situation, right? Oh, it's the bully girl, right? The noble girl thinks she's above everyone else, right? Noble family. Oh, you're all beneath me. And they're kind of picking on our main girl a little bit, right? And throughout the show, we kind of get a little bit of that every now and then. But then it kind of comes to a head where they try and do a thing where, oh, we're going to put this like bitter substance in her tea, right? We'll invite her to a tea party, put a bit of substance in her tea, she'll spit it out, right? She'll big insult, right? Thing, how could you do this, right? But because our girl is, because our girl is just built different, she's like, oh, this tastes a little bitter, but fuck it, I'll drink the whole thing. So she drinks the whole thing, but it turns out the thing that they used to make the drink bitter is a poison.
Yeah.
And so interesting implications here, because, and I liked the way it presented it, because you don't really know, okay, was it deliberate? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a deliberate poisoning attempt? Was it just, oh, I brought this thing that is supposed to be bitter, but I didn't know the consequences of, putting it in the drink, right? Or is it like, is there something else going on? So you have all these different angles to this, right? And I think the way that they sort of almost resolve it with, you know, the the girl getting her comeuppance, and our twin tail girl that's pretending to be the evil girl but is actually on our girl's side, right? It's kind of like, well, you just poisoned one of my, member of the thing. You had you big. If my dad, yeah, like you were saying, like, oh, if I tell our family if this is a serious thing, your family is like connected to this other family and this family, and and they're allied with my
I have
family.
these soldiers that I won't be sending over anymore. That means
Yeah,
that your
yeah,
land
we won't be funding your campaign to defend against the dragons, because why would we fund a family that is poison, like tried to murder my servant or whatever, right? Like, ooh, big.
something technically, even though it's an illegitimate child, it's part of the line of the family duke. Therefore, you try to
Yeah,
kill the duke's
yeah,
daughter. Therefore, etc. etc.
so fucking great. It's so fucking great to see that, to see it go down like that. So there is some interesting stuff. There is some interesting stuff in the show. It's not just like, because a lot of people might look at the premise and go, oh, it's just going to be Bochi but magic, right? Like it's going to be Bochi the Rock but magic. But it really kind of like, there's a little bit of that, right? But it's not wholly that. There's more going on. There's substance to it. I love that word, substance, right? There's this substance here to kind of gnaw on as you're kind of watching it, and it
Mm-hmm.
encourages you to like pay attention, right? Because you have to, oh yeah, okay, yeah, so that person's connected to that person, who's connected to this person, who's the black haired girl thinks that our silent witch is trying to hit on her future fiance, right? And that's why she's like cold as shit, and but also kind of like, oh, I need to become your friend so I can find out if you're a rival, right? Type stuff, right, going on, right? So yeah, 100% recommended. Great show, really fun. Give
Mm-hmm.
it a go. We'll be talking about it probably next week. It'll be good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good stuff. So let's see.
Ah.
We got Seven Prince, Call of the Night, and Panty and Stocking left on the old docket.
So,
Um,
Cold of Night, I'll just be very general about it. Were you watching Cold? No, you're not.
I am not watching. I didn't finish the first season, so I have
Hmm.
not been watching the
Oh yeah,
second season. So
I remember now.
yeah,
So Call
yeah,
of the Night continues kind of with the past exploration, and we kind of, I guess now, or at any moment, the episode for, well, oh, no, it's like 15 hours. Never mind. Tomorrow,
yeah.
the conclusion of Nasuna's past being explored, and what the deal is with the detective is now all answered. So we can, I guess, because like we're now in episodes 7, 8 ish. So we're getting closer to like the end of the core. So I feel like we're kind of getting all the history so that we then can get a big climatic fight event thing
Yeah.
going on. So yeah, and it's like it's in the OP. The OP shows a fight between Nasuna and the detective. It kind of really feels like we are building towards a big fight in some way. Probably actual physical fight also. But there will be, I guess, also some emotional resolution to it. Yeah, that's the broad stroke. Also, just general, it's good. Therefore, I'm still watching it. So
Yeah, pretty
let that
much.
being said.
So I guess panty and stocking I'll do first, right? Because that's another one where I can just kind of just brush it and just say, yeah, it's good. Like it's because panty and stocking is a show that I feel like it really hinges on whether or not you like the humor, right? Like
Or if the
you have
episode
to
is
be.
the half or third episode bit is good.
Yeah, because obviously it's either a bunch of small skits, right, or small
Hmm.
episodes, or it's you get the odd. I think there was one episode that was like a full
Yeah, the
story in
new
one
Angels got
episode.
a full episode.
Yeah, so that it really hinges on both. Are you into the gags or not? Because the last episode, for example, was kind of like a Inferno Cop thing, but it was like Impact Cop, right? You had hang on, I just go to DM. So you had kind of this like yeah, I've never watched Inferno Cop, and I'll just say the humor in that those two skits did not quite work for me. I was not I
Mm.
was not great. But the one after it where Penny gets a guillotine attached to her tongue and it cuts her tongue off every time she swears. And then a demon, a ghost, possesses her tongue and she can swear as long as she sings. And so they do an entire musical number where she's just saying fuck, cunt, fuck, shit, fuck constantly. That was pretty good, right? So Bandy and Stocking is like a show where it really does. It's like ups and downs depending on your own personal tastes, right, and what you're into, right. Sometimes the humor and the jokes hit, sometimes they don't, and you just kind of have to
Well,
take it as it
the
is.
whole show is like, hey, we're doing this bit for this third of an episode, this half of an episode.
Mm.
Not funny.
Oh yeah, it's all right.
Not
I can hear
funny.
you
All right,
dying.
we'll just wait for just wait on the other half. It's only 5 minutes away.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I would say that it's about on par with the first season, right? I would say the quality is about on the same par as the original. I don't have any real complaints to talk about in regards to it. It's good. Seventh Prince. I guess we'll get right into it. And is this the last slide that you've got? Because I've got a
No,
couple of
I don't have
shows.
any other. Uh,
Okay, well, I'll talk. I'll talk. I'll just yap. I'll let you rest because I can hear you dying. I'll just
yeah.
yap. So, Seventh Prince, continuing with the church arc. Fun. Lloyd is back to his shit, basically. Right?
Hmm.
Lloyd is back to his shit. He is having a grand old time while the world burns around because you have the Pope. Ali, did you know the Pope is evil?
What
Pope is
evil
evil.
popes?
The evil popes. The Pope is like decided. Yeah, there's some shit going on with the Pope, right? He's decided to go full evil, gonna bring undead army upon the world. Fuck the gods. God's bad. But now he's starting to change because Lloyd is like, oh, now Lloyd is the god. I need to kill Lloyd.
Hmm.
Right? Then I can fully embrace the abyss or some gay shit, right? Right? And Lloyd is kind of like, sounds fun. Let's go. Bring it, bitch. Fucking- and yeah, but so I would say the quality in Seven Princes remained the same. It's still very funny. It's like the gags are always pretty good. Um, you've got, and you also the action too. There was a very good fight with the kung fu girl fighting like a zombie 8-armed, 6-eyed, kung fu master put in a new body who's resentful because his kung fu died out because no one wanted to adopt it because he lost to another guy, right? And they have a fight that was really well animated that I thought was quite cool. Um, And yeah. So Seventh Prince continuing. Seventh Prince really fun. I've been enjoying it. April Showers Bring May Flowers is one I've been watching.
I
Which
will
is
just to
basically
quickly note while I'm still dying,
yeah.
that I'm kind of feel like Seven Prince is kind of slowing down. Like this whole arc of just fighting this Pope man is kind of being extended by having these
It does
side.
feel yeah, it does feel like it's a bit longer than the previous ones. A little bit.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I get you.
we
Yeah.
get because the whole thing with the Pope has been going on since like episode like one almost. We kind
Yeah.
of meet
Yeah.
him very early on, if not episode one, and like episode three at latest. And he's been alright. He's an evil guy. We can tell from the beginning. And now only now we're fighting him. I mean, previously we had like we had guy chests in dungeon that was a fight, and we had what other creatures did Lloyd fight in like this first season? Like at least like four people, right? Then oh yeah, we got like this one demon that possessed like animals, and then Lloyd did some animal taming thing, and then he lost controls of the animals that were under his control of the demon. And then on the Grim like, hey Grim, why are you there? Hey, other demon, why are you doing this, etc., etc. Anyway, the point is that Lloyd fought a lot more people more quickly than this Pope character that we already know was evil from way early on. Only to be now fighting him is a bit, feels slow for Seven Prince.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming. But I've still been enjoying it though. I think it's still enjoyable despite the kind of more slow sort of pace we have at the moment. But going back to April Showers, which is the show about the quote unquote ugly girl and the guy. That show's fun. That show's really fun. Uh, so basically, yeah, because you got Tabitha, right? You got the girl, right? And she's just a normal girl, and there's been a dynamic that's been brewing between her and the pretty girl. I can't remember her name, but there's like a pretty girl, and she's like, yeah, well, she's also into the pretty guy, right? But she's correctly established that the pretty guy clearly likes the Tabitha, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, oh, what is her secret? How is she she's seducing my man, right? Like how is she doing this, right? What the fuck is going on? And there's one episode that happens where they like go to the mall together, right? And she's like trying to figure it out, and they're like a bunch of these like, older um, you know, Yakuza type guys, right, start hitting on the pretty girl, right? And she's like, oh, I get this all the time. But then Tabitha comes in and kind of saves her in a sense, right? And is like, gets them to leave her alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she just is like, she has this like realization, fuck, she's just a nice girl.
Yeah.
There's no secret. She's just a nice girl. But other than so there's interesting like love triangle dynamic here, right? Between and the characters interacting is quite interesting. With everyone's like, because you have like the sort of not nerdy guy, but like the kind of like more socially awkward guy in the friend group of the guys who also has figured out that Tabitha really likes the pretty guy and is rooting for her and like has become an ally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is like, yeah, I'll help you. Hell yeah, let's do it. This would be great. And of course, he's into the pretty girl, right? And so it's very, very typical rom com, you know, type stuff going on, right, in the show. But I think it's good, right? It's a good refresher, right? Because it's not the kind of show that you'd like a lot of people would typically watch, at least in the male demographic. So I like watching these kind of shows from time to time to kind of refresh the palate, right? You got to kind of you know big action, big itchy, big dark fantasy, big stuff, right? It's good to get a bit of a have some strawberry milkshake every now, right?
Yeah.
And that's what this show kind of is to me, right? It's kind of like a strawberry milkshake every so often. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it or not.
No, no, none of those two romance shows. We are one of the the Bloom Flowers and the
Yeah, you are dying. Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up soon because Ellie's about to die. All right, well, I'll try and
I had
put.
a plan to have a face mask on my Fugi Discord's image,
Oh
but
no!
it was like,
Oh no!
but then I got struck by the throat, so I couldn't.
Oh no! So well then I'm kind of done on April showers, so I'll move on to so Arknights has been doing pretty good. I think the way that they've been handling the adaptation of the current arc has been fan-fucking-tastic. Truth is a fantastic fucking ED, really fucking solid. Go listen to that. It's so good. Uh, but like the animation and the voice acting in particular, there's an episode of Rosmontis where Rosmontis's VA is just fucking nailing that shit. Um, really, really good. So if you're an Arknights fan or you've been keeping up with the Arknights, I would suggest watching the anime. It's really, really been quite good. What else do I have here? Rising of the Shield Hero. That's they finished the arc. Tiger guy got an upgrade, right? The Tiger Man, the White Tiger guy, he got an upgrade. He killed the Lion guy. Lion guy turned into a big chimera, right? He got killed. Pretty cool. Now, Ellie, guess what? They're going to Japan land.
Oh,
They're in Japan land now. Big Japan. Oh, Raftalia is the true emperor. Oh, cool. All of the people in the town they go to first are simping for Raftalia because she's so
yeah.
cute, right? Oh no, a big snake monster's shown up and is oh no, big oh bad oh no. That's yeah. It's all right. It's not. I wouldn't say it's fantastic quality or anything. It's just like yeah. It's the Japan arc. Everything looks Japanese. There's Japanese theming everywhere. Yep, this is definitely a thing. Um, so yeah, I'm just having a quick. Oh yeah, so the last one I've got is Gachi Akuda. I think
Oh
is how
yeah,
you say it.
the using of the common artifact objects thing.
Yeah, so this show's pretty good. I would liken this to Fire Force.
Mm.
I get Fire Force vibes from this, right? Not in the obviously like fan service side of it, right? Because that's the only thing people talk about when they talk about Fire Force. For once, not talking about that, right? Vibe wise, there is kind of there's like societal stuff going on. There's world building stuff going on. There's people with interesting powers going on, right? The general just is okay. So you have the sphere, which is where our guy comes from. He got dropped off the sphere, right? He gets kicked out of the sphere because he gets framed for murder, and he falls down to the actual planet.
Yeah.
So what's happening is the spheres are dropping all of their trash onto the planet, and the people living on the actual Earth, right, the actual planet, are having to deal with that fact and having to like cope with it, right, in a sense, right? And so there's kind of this like now the whole goal of him is he wants to get back up to the sphere so he can. It's almost an Elysium style story where he wants to get to the where the higher society is so that he can get his revenge for them, treating him like shit, right? Um, and there's the mechanics of the combat I find to be very interesting. It's because we were talking about Buddhism the other we were talking about Buddhism the other, well, not the other day, but like a few hours ago, right? When you were talking about going to the temples and all that stuff. I believe like the mechanics of this system of somewhat based in Buddhism, where if you treat an item well, right, an inanimate object well, and you give it care and love, you imbue a part of you imbue a soul into it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like a magical soul. And in doing that, then these certain individuals within this universe are able to then turn those. I think they call them like items or something, like certain items, right? They turn them into like weapons, right?
Yeah.
And are able to utilize them to combat the trash monsters, who are like the imbued soul of the trash that's been thrown away, given manifest form, if that
Mm.
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So the monsters are like you throw the thing away instead of caring for it, it's almost like it gets a bad soul, right? And that bad soul is what becomes a monster, right? Because it was abused and tossed away
Mm-hmm.
instead of cared and loved for, right? Um, so I find that whole like premise to be quite fascinating. I think it's very interesting. But it is also very shonen, which is why I liken it to Fire Force, right?
Yeah.
It has a very similar style and vibe, as well as the typical shonen story structure of, okay, he's gonna have to get power ups, he's gonna have to learn his abilities, he's gonna have to do the whole oh, we introduced the good guy faction and the bad guy faction. They're fighting each other. They all have interesting abilities based on their inanimate object that they have imbued with their souls or whatever. I've been finding it to be quite interesting. In the most recent kind of fight slash arc, almost, we kind of find out that the main character's ability that I believe he gets from his gloves, right, is he can take an object and bring out its full potential,
Mm.
right? So he can take any object that he's given, and if that object has been, loved and cared for, or had been imbued a soul by anyone, then he's able to bring that out at the cost of potentially having that item be disintegrated at the end, right? So it's like a temporary thing almost, right? Like you can't keep an item, like you can't reuse an item once he's used it, right? And in the context of the show, what happens is there's a guy, one of the other characters, a side character, who doesn't have any powers. He can't use a object, right? He has this lucky charm that he's kept on him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He prays to that every time he goes out for protection, right? And the lucky charm, I believe, I think it's like the evil eye jellyfish looking hand thing, which I believe is a spiritual symbol in some cultures. And so they get ambushed by one of the bad faction guys who has like claw hands, and our main character uses that eye charm and turns it into this kind of interesting weapon where it detects malice, and if it detects
Mm.
malice from whoever's trying to attack you, it redirects the attack so that it misses, and he uses that to fight the the claw guy, because the claw guy can't attack him because any detection of malice means that the attack will miss, and then our main character can use that to punch the guy's fucking lights out.
Yeah.
All right. And so there's an interesting. I like the creativity here, because there's a lot of potential, right? There's a lot of potential for interesting and creative usage of items, right? And fighting styles and stuff. So I'm keen to keep up with it. I think it's been pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, I think that kind of covers everything. I think we've pretty much done all the catch up on the animes.
Yeah.
Ali's, yeah. Ali is about to fucking
I
pass out.
am. But
He is out.
we have to close this out properly. Um.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the catch up. That is the long trip in Japan.
Mm.
Our next normal day, no stream. That's why it's today instead of over in.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get back into a regular schedule, but it's all just gonna kind of depend on one
Of
Ellie
course.
recovering, Ellie recovering
Well, also
first,
just my
and
work
then
schedule is still, my work
yeah,
schedule.
and the work schedule. So while we are back, things are probably going to be a little bit shaky over the next few weeks while we kind of get back into the swing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but next episode we will be doing a video, right?
Yeah.
We've got a few in the pipeline, and of course, if anyone has any videos they would like to recommend, they can do it from channels, right? So be sure to give us tips and pointers, right? I'm always keeping an eye on the Twitter, right? I'm keeping an eye on what people are bitching about, right? So
I get notifications of every comment, and because they're not too
yeah,
many, it's not a
yeah.
hassle to try to see them all.
So yeah. So next stream will be a video stream, and but we just don't know exactly when that stream's gonna be yet. We'll figure it out once Ali's figured out his work schedule and he's not dying. So yeah.
Well,
But
I
anyway,
mean, not this time, so not the next normal day, but that after one afterwards should be just doable. So
we'll figure it out.
yeah, you'll see stream on in 2 days come up. So with that, thank you for coming back after a whole month and
Yeah.
more, and see you somewhere in within the next 14 days.
Yeah, within the next wee bit. Yeah.
Later.
Awesome. Bye.